Welcome to the live reaction show for the Roar of the Lions UK podcast. I'm Matthew Turner, he's Ashley Soden. This is Lions at Ravens, and Ash, both teams leading their respective divisions. We're in Baltimore. This is going to be a really big game.
It is, and obviously the recent news of Jerry being out with his left knee injury really makes it tougher for us because they're definitely more of a passing team than they have been the past couple of years with their new offensive coordinator and that. And Jerry would have done a good job against Odell, Rashad Bateman, and that. So now we really need to trust Cam Sutton to lock down Flowers, and hopefully Will Harris has a good game. We don't want more penalty flags from him, please.
Oh, Sky Sports are showing the kneecap speech, and it's
Oh,
just
for
like, get off it, Neil. Come on. Let's give you some news as we go into this game. So the inactives for the Lions, as Ash has already alluded to, Jerry Jacobs is out. He was warming up on the sidelines earlier, but did not look happy and indeed is not going. There were some expected misses with Marvin Jones for personal reasons, Jonah Jackson with injury, as well as David Montgomery, and then healthy scratches in Broderick Martin and Levi Onwuzurike. But the big surprise, Ash, is that Charles Harris is a healthy scratch as well.
Yeah, like I was a bit. That's why when I shared it in the Discord earlier, I was like, oh, put an expletive in there because I was shocked. This is even if we're going to more five-man fronts with trying to contain Lamar, as I called for in my game preview article. I'd much rather have Harris as one of those sort of outside linebackers than Julian or Pascal, whoever, because Harris is, while he's perhaps not having the flashes he did 2 years ago when he earned himself that contract, he's still a steady, good defensive captain player. So for him to be a healthy scratch is a bit confusing unless we're getting a bit of trade interest for him, maybe. But I don't know. Hopefully, I have faith in Glenn now. I really do have faith in Aaron Glenn. He has earned it the past couple of weeks, but it was a bit of a shock, yeah.
I do wonder, and you saw Detroit at Detroit Podcast on Twitter say, if you're surprised by this, you haven't been watching. And Ryan McCluskey, one of the Royal Lions guys, if you haven't seen it before, said, is he alluding to a potential trade, as you just have? Initially, I thought, obviously, like that has to be what they're talking about. But then I'm thinking about it and just trying to read more into their words and saying, if you haven't been if you don't understand, you haven't been watching. And maybe what I'm thinking is that Julian's come back and he's had a few splash plays. Romeo's had legitimately just a better time of it on more limited snaps, but he's been a better player so far. And then you have Pascal coming back, and it could just be you need to drop one and you're the weak link right now. Because Charles has had a moment here or there. I think he's got a sack. I'm pretty sure he's got one sack this year. And he's got the third most pressures on the team, but he hasn't been lighting it up. And I don't think he's been great in run defense either. So maybe it is just you got to fight for it.
Maybe, yeah. But I don't know. Like Pascal coming back, I don't correlate that because, as I think it was Carlton says on the Discord, they do play different roles. So Harris is your rush end, and then Pascal is your sort of big end and facilitator role, like Kamish plays, Romeo plays. But yeah,
don't
I don't know.
buy it. I don't buy that argument though, and the reason that I don't is because you're right. They do, in a perfect world, play different ends, but Hutchinson's playing 80% of the reps, and all of these guys are playing opposite him the majority of the time. So whether they play rush or big ends, call it whatever you want to, they're just playing opposite Hutchinson. Like, that's all it is. There's no legitimately big difference in those roles. There's just not.
I kind of disagree.
Okay.
So, well, if anything, Harris being out makes it so Hutch has to play more because Hutch is our only real true rush end now because Harris was playing that role. Because Julian, he's good at the sort of outside linebacker Sam role, Leo role, let's call it, where you're pass rushing linebacker. He's too small to play the rush end consistently. So unless you're sticking Aiden consistently at that rush end and then rotating everyone else opposite him, he's still going to be locked in there. You can't having Harris up for me actually limits the usefulness of being able to move Hutch from side to side because Now he's the only true rush end we've got. So now it is just going to be a rotation the other side. So for me, that's why I was thinking if Pascal's back, maybe you do. I know you love Romeo now, but for me, Romeo is more the clearer and more obvious person to sit because while I think he has played about 10% of his snaps at that rush end, it's not his best role. He's better at that big end role where you are sort of keeping the edge on runs and splitting that double team between the right tackle and the tight end. So I'd like, well, Hutch is great at that rush end role with Sandon Gut, but
I think I'll surprise you maybe by saying that I think that they are expecting Julian to play that role, to play the rush end. And I know that I don't like it, and I know that you don't like it, but he has tried to be that guy, and we've cross-trained him in the Sam role, but he's played 3 years of his career trying to be that rush end, outside linebackery sort of guy. So if there's no one else, it's him, isn't it?
maybe as we get that. So to be fair, we were saying all this, obviously the rush end, big end designations fit for the 4-man front, and I think we all could be playing a lot of that 5-man front, which will lead into Julian's role a bit better because it is more that outside linebacker. But still, as I said on the Discord, I'd rather have like Harris.
Oh, I'd rather have Harris. I would.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So hopefully is what we are getting what called for, and we're having a 5-man front where it will be sort of where Pascal, where everyone can be rotated a bit more, where Hutch will play that sort of outside linebacker role probably 60-70% of the time he's on the field, and then 30% he'll be in that sort of NASCAR package where it'll be him next to Aleem with Pascal or Commission on the other side, and then you've got Julian and whoever's not playing. That also, so we probably that, but for me it's just he's that sort of. It was a shock because he's that steady, consistent. No, he hasn't been as good as I said as he was 2 years ago. But he's nice. You know what you're getting from him, and in a game where you're playing against Lamar Jackson, who is a really good rushing quarterback and is learning to deliver from the pocket. It's probably a rate he hasn't done since he was last couple of years at Louisville.
Yeah,
you want that consistency. It's the reason why obviously Will Harris is taking Jerry's role because he's got what you're getting for him. Maybe Gilly could have more splash plays than Will Harris. I say when Harris got an interception last year, but in this kind of game where it is going to be tough, where we need players to be consistent, I would rather, as you said, we both would rather have Charles than Julian playing a lot of snaps.
At this point, I just want to give a big shout out to the guys in the chat right now, and especially Jeff Hurley with a $10 super sticker, Tony White with the $5 super sticker, and also Tony being T-Bone7698 on Twitch, who's gifted a tier 1 sub in the community as well. That's your third, Tony. To you both, thank you for donating to the stream, and hello as well to Dan Markovich, Carlton Wood, Grandizer, Michael Brevort, Mile Marker, and Ken Stauder. If you are in the chat and you haven't said hi and you want to shout out, come say hi. We've also got Mike the Marine, who I believe is also actually Michael Brevort from YouTube, as well as I thought there was someone else in Twitch, but I haven't seen them otherwise. Mike Marine says the rush DEs for this game, Pascal Kaminsky and Romeo Aquara. Those would be the big ends. Those are the big ends, not the rush ends. The rush ends, obviously, the lighter guys, and Pascal Kaminsky and Aquara, all the bigger sort of guys. Marty M is in the chat as well. Free Climb and Dan McGuinness. Hope you guys all have an enjoyable Sunday and have had an enjoyable weekend. I've gone through the Lions inactives, the Baltimore inactives for this game. The big one is the free safety Marcus Williams. He doesn't go alongside cornerback Kevin Seymour, outside linebacker Jeremiah Moon, centre Sam Mustafa, guard Salah Umeve Loalu, and quarterback Josh Johnson, who's a designated third quarterback. Ash, Marcus Williams is a big loss, got injured last week in London, and although they're bringing in the guy who's got the most interceptions for them on the year, as we heard in the preview show on Thursday with our Ravens guy, he ain't Marcus Williams.
He isn't, and I've actually been a fan of Geno Stone since he came out, because that was roughly when I started getting interested in the draft, and he was really good coming out of Iowa, and he has been a good role. He sort of took over for Deshaun Elliott when he came over. He sort of took that role and played really well in it. So but it's a big loss compared to Marcus Williams, who's obviously someone we got links within free agency, considering the links between him and our coaching staff. So it is a big loss. It's kind of like when we lost Kirby for the game, for a couple of games, where you just sort of miss that playmaking guy on the backside who really you can trust. So just while Stone's got sort of interceptions, it's more because teams have been picking on him because they see him as a weak link than him actually doing like anything great. Like he's a good solid linebacker. Like if it turns out at the end of his rookie contract, we sign him as a sort of safety free behind like Kirby and that, I'd be very happy with it. But again, it's not someone you really want to start for you long term. Oh, Detroit FC one as well. Nice. I love Detroit.
So, kickoff is just a couple of minutes away. The other bit of significant news, Ash, is that we have a starting five at offensive line. Now, it may not be the starting five, but it is a starting five, and we've moved Graham Glasgow over to left guard, and Halupoulivaati Vaitai comes back in at right. And for me, there's no doubt that this is the best lineup available with Jonah Jackson out.
Yeah, I completely agree. When last week I was calling for this to be the starting five because, as I said on the last week's stream and in Discord again today, Awasika's been good. He's a good sort of replacement for like one game, but
do you mean Mark Brunell?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I do mean Mark Brunell, but I can't get that because I'm on an Xbox One. They don't do the live update, so I'm still stuck in the preseason on Madden.
Shame.
Sucks. But yeah, well, Mark Brunell, he's a good, solid like sort of backup. He probably if a spot starter for a game, he's good, but long term, as in for this season, that's probably our best starting five while Jonah's out. Unless and if it was later in the season, maybe I'd be comfortable. I might say give Swordsdale the reps just to give him that sort of in-game stuff so he can actually get up to speed, because obviously we're hopefully for him to take over that right guard role next season. But right now, this is the strongest starting five we have, especially in pass protection, which is looking like what we need to be doing today, because run game might not be the greatest. And I'm saying that as someone who's starting Jahmyr Gibbs in one of my fantasy leagues.
I have decided to start Jahmyr Gibbs over James Cook today because I just believe in Gibbs. You know, he's terrifically underrated at this point. He was overrated when he came out. Everyone expected him to be the business, and he's just been a rookie. And also, he's been someone that we've potentially held back a little bit because Montgomery is just the lead back.
Yeah.
Right now, he's underrated because actually everyone's going, well, we haven't seen it from him so far, so, you know, let's wait to see it. But for me, he could be the X factor in this game, especially because if we're going to win the game, running the ball is... It doesn't have to be a factor. If we can run the ball, it may be a decisive factor.
Yeah, and the big thing for us as well, their outside linebackers are weaker at defending the run than them, like sort of defensive linemen, so it's something we should attack. So Gibbs sort of getting the start. Theoretically, he might not actually be the first player, like getting the start, but getting most of the snaps as Fox is kicking away from me.
I haven't even got it yet.
I'm ahead again now. Hey.
Right, Fox kicks away for me now. Here we go. Out the back of the end zone, it is a touchback, and the Ravens have the ball to start. Mike the Marine says, could Matthew Judon, who's injured, be traded from New England? Possibly.
Possibly if he comes back fit as Watkins scores to make it 3-1.
Hey, all right.
Hey. I was going to say, but yeah, I think he could, because that Patriots team is a dumpster fire right now. But obviously with him injured, technically you can't trade him because he would have to pass a physical as part of that trade. And if he's injured, he can't pass the physical. But I can see it. They might want to offload that contract.
Right, break in the huddle, and Jackson comes out in shotgun with Justice Hill next to him in shotgun.
Called, 5-man front, called it. As they get on the run. Go on. Nice.
Jack Campbell is the left end here, or outside linebacker, and throwing to start off, throws to Justice Hill, tackle for a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Good tackle by Jack Campbell.
Campbell has been playing that sort of role the past couple of weeks, and it makes sense, especially with how Glenn likes to use one of those outside linebackers in coverage. It makes sense for Campbell to play a lot of that because he's got the size to be an edge rusher and to pass rush, but he's also got obviously athleticism to be able to cover in like soft zones and stuff.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 in shotgun again in 11 personnel. Four-man front for the Lions now in nickel with Branch on the field. And Jackson keeps it and then pitches it to Odell Beckham Jr. for the first down. That was a really nice play by Baltimore.
Yeah.
It was a zone read by Jackson who pulled it and then threw it. I guess the only problem with that is that you're often going to get ineligible man downfield, but the Ravens blocked up well and didn't advance too far. Although, actually, that's Patrick Ricard. Never mind. First down and 10 then. As the bots come on YouTube once again. Right. On the 38, Jackson again in shotgun.
Oh, no.
Jackson looking deep this time. Held the ball for a long time. Throws it over the middle. Lovely catch. And Zay Flowers beats one. And all the way down to the 15, 16-yard line. What a play. Jackson had all day to throw. And Zay Flowers does the rest. He just finds a hole in zone. No chance there for the Lions. Just a good play.
Really good play. Well, yeah. I shouldn't be signed too much because I do have Flowers and thinking both my fantasy leagues, but
this is one of the hottest teams in the first quarter in the NFL, and you can't lose Zay Flowers in this game. Right, first down at the 16, first down and 10. Again in shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Andrews is one of them. Looking left. Under pressure, now Lamar trying to escape right, looking downfield, and he's going to get tackled for a gain of 4. Josh Paschal with his first tackle since he came back, breaking the cycle of consecutive first downs.
Yeah. Per Eric, Will Harris tried to hand off Flowers to Kirby, but Kirby was also already covering Mark Andrews, just leaving him uncovered. It's a communication breakdown. As the bots are back. It's nice to know we're popular enough to get the bots, though. It's a compliment in a way, as the play clock's ticking down for them. Just about
5 seconds left. Jackson changing the play. 3, 2, 1. Gets the snap off and hands it off up the middle. And a good tackle for a gain of 4. Leaves it 3rd and 2.
Browns already scored.
That's going to help my bet. Right, we've just had 3 1/4 minutes of this game so far. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 in the red zone. The Ravens were awful last week in the red zone. The coverage has just said they had trouble. They were terrible. They were always running it from this position. We're giving a big amount of cushion on the left-hand side here. Will Harris is over there. This is weird. Jackson gonna run for it and gets tackled short by Tracy Walker. 4th down and 2.
Bring on Justin Tucker.
And Baltimore are going for it.
Come on, give me the Justin Tucker field goal.
In this position, last week they went for it not at all on 4th down, even 4th and inches, but on 4th and 1 they are going. Big chance for the Lions here.
I'm always tempted to say 0 blitz it.
Jackson goes under center this time. Ricard in motion, and he's going himself, and that's a hold! That's a hold! And Jackson walks in for a touchdown, but the right end gets held massively.
Have a look.
Botched call by the referees, and it is 6-0 Ravens.
Fair.
So it was the right D tackle. I don't think that Bugs was ever getting there, but it doesn't matter. If you hold, you hold.
Exactly. It's surprising considering this crew flags like 2 more flags above the average crew that they missed that.
Tucker with the extra point, and it is good. 7-0 Ravens, an opening drive score after 4:23. Ash, observations on that first drive?
Aside from obviously the big incompletion to say, they've dinked and dunked. It hasn't been too major. It's just been that one massive play to Flowers that flipped the field, and then obviously just them having a really good play on fourth down. And as you said earlier, they're good in the first quarter, but then they steadily go downhill. So they're the opposite of us, who are pretty consistent throughout every quarter. So it might be that this is them just getting the lead, and then as time goes on and we get into the game, we'll take over. Like, it's nothing too surprising to me so far.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to see to start this game. I really wanted us to, come out and just get an early lead and continue running the ball. But that was not the case. I mean, Lamar comes out throwing, and just his money, even when his zone reads it and pulls it in, he's still throwing it for yards. There's a nice throw to OBJ. There was the big throw that they're showing on the coverage now, all the way down to Zay Flowers. It was an efficient drive.
It really was, yeah.
7 plays, 75 yards. And
it's got to come out, so.
I do think that's a hold on Bugs by Linderbaum. I think they've botched that just a little bit. The stats so far on that first drive, Lamar went 3 of 3 for 59. He also went 3 carries for 12 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Gus Edwards, 1 carry for 4 yards. And the catches, Zay Flowers with his catch for 46, Odell for 11, and Justice Hill with that first snap for 2 yards. Tracy Walker got 2 tackles and Jack got 2 as well. Lions need to respond early, Ash. You can't afford to get behind too quickly against this team.
Exactly. Hopefully we can take some inspiration from the Colts, who have just answered back to the Browns themselves with a massive touchdown. So hopefully we can see how they're doing it, because we're a way better team than the Colts. So if they can do it against arguably one of the best defenses in the league right now with the Browns, then we should be able to do it against the Ravens, who are also a good defense, but we're way better on offense than the Colts.
Browns, one of the best defenses in history through 6 games. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, Goff on the sideline waiting his turn. 10:37 left in this first quarter. I saw, with our own man in the field, Ryan Farden, who's on the 50-yard line today in M&T Bank Stadium, a photo before the game, and it's just full of Lions jerseys in there. You can see and hear how loud it was on 3rd and 4th down for Baltimore, so it's going to be a trouble all day for them. And here comes Tucker with the kickoff.
Woo!
A short kick. And taken at the 20, and racing through is Khalil Dorsey all the way down to the 37-yard line. Good starting field position for the Lions and for Jared Goff.
Gibbs he's getting the theoretical start. He's there in that first half.
Here we go. Jameer's in there. Amon-Ra. And Jamo's getting the start as well.
I'm going to call run to the right, outside zone to the right.
2 men in the backfield here. Goff.
They
are going aggressive here, the Ravens, with 5 men across the front, and they do hand it off to Gibbs, who breaks a tackle and manages to make about 3 yards for 2nd down and 7.
I see that Ben Johnson's been watching FSU games, because Malcolm Rodriguez just took a snap at fullback, just like how we use Kalen DeLoach at fullback,
or indeed how we use Jason Kabinda.
And Nick Ballore.
Indeed. Goff now empties it out with 5 wide. 2nd down and 6 it is. Goff with a 2-step drop. No pressure. Throws it left. And is that caught? Jamo's got it. Cool. He's calling that it's held. And the referees have said that he calls it out of bounds. 3rd down and 6. It was good catch by Jamo.
It's really good catch by Jamo.
I do think maybe Jamo slightly overran it. And that's why Goff was on the money and maybe Jamo just wasn't there.
Oh, Anton Green slicing as well. He's lined up.
3rd down and 6, 9:56.
Come on. I'm going to say Amon-Ra crossing route.
4 wide here. Goff calling for it aggressively. It's very loud in M&T. Goff calls the snap and gets it. Goff. He's going to get sacked and goes down.
Oh, it's kicking off. Saul just got flipped by someone or something. That's not what
No
happened there.
flags, anyone?
Let's have a look.
Right, Goff having a look at this now. Little stunt inside, and Goff sees it and just pulls the ball down. Does well. Oh, the ball came out.
Yeah.
Sewell picks it up and did really well. That is a fumble. Oh yeah, the knee is definitely not down. Matt Buike was the guy who had that. It's 4th down and 10 because Sewell saves the Lions. Duvernay waiting for the punt to come, and Fox kicks
hang
away.
on. Oh,
amazing kick. Yeah, there's got to be a flag.
There's a flag, but yeah, they're saying they got it.
It's interfering with the kick catch, isn't it? So
yeah,
that'll be personal foul, 15 yards.
Probably, yeah. Though I mean, Duvernay. Not to bring the Premier League into this, Duvernay does initiate contact by running into, like, you can see, I think it was Lucas literally trying to slide to stop himself, and Duvernay does run into him. So
it is a 15-yard penalty on the Lions, and the Ravens are getting great field position here with a chance to go up by 2 scores early. Ash, this is not how we wanted to start.
It's really not. We know that the Ravens, as we keep saying, Ravens are like a first half team. So hopefully we can warm up. We really need to at least limit their scoring on this drive as they get to start on their 47, so nearly at midfield. So we really need to sort of clamp down. Don't let them get into the end zone and then score on this next possession, because otherwise we might put ourselves in a hole that we just can't drag ourselves out of against this defense.
Yeah, we don't want to get behind against this team because you put yourself in passing situations. It's a recipe for disaster against this defensive line.
It really is. As we saw, playing that on some brusqueness from Vitai's part there. But this defensive line can get after it, especially with the amount that the Ravens like to blitz.
Oh boy, apologies to the people in YouTube. I have not seen a lot of your comments recently because YouTube decided to not bring them in. Let's see what I missed. Bob O'Lan is in the chat. Hello to you, sir. So, 2 is John Kapler, Detroit versus everybody. Thank you to Mile Marker for deleting some spam in there as well. Brian Shook's in there and TJ2. Free Climb says, when is Houston projected back? Unfortunately, he's probably done for the season. It's just that we don't know for sure. He could be back playoff time, outside shot of it maybe, if we're there, and if depending on how deep we go. But, I mean, even if he manages to come back for the divisional round, he's a guy who was already repping quite late on with the team. So I don't even think he's going to be activated even if he gets fit for those last couple of games. It's just not happening. Unless we're banged up. Yeah.
And again, it's one of them where, if he was active now, I'd have him over Julian. But as you said earlier, Julian's been making splash plays while Houston wasn't exactly having the best starts of the season. Those first week and a half before he got injured. So it's a tough one. He's probably our best Sam linebacker in terms of pass rushing, but I don't know. Depends, if we're coming against, if we're playing Philly or the 49ers, he's probably been inactive for me because I can't trust him right now with the run defense, which is a big part of both their games.
Right, here we go then, as the Ravens come out on their own 32, again in shotgun with 3 wide receivers, and Ricard is in as a tight end.
Is that not a hold on Hutch there?
I mean, I'm 5-6 seconds behind you. I don't know. That looks like a hold on Hutch, sure. But goes far side of the field to Ricard for a gain of 3. I mean, it's so egregious it's not even funny.
Exactly.
I mean, there's let them play, but that's really bad. Second down and 7 then.
Tracy's on coverage on Mark Andrews. Don't know how I feel about that.
Second down and
I feel good
7.
about it.
44-yard line, 34-yard line. Jackson's... Oh, really well done by Tracy Walker against Mark Andrews. Tried to throw a slant to him, but was incomplete. Walker's pretty shifty in coverage.
He is.
And physical.
Yeah, to be fair, out of him and Kirby, I probably do trust him more in like man coverage.
100%. Third and 7. Lions with a chance to make a quick stop here. And especially after getting the penalty, I think they really need this. Third down and 7. They've spread it out. And
why are you throwing
Lamar chucking it up. That's nowhere near. And there's a flag in against Tracy Walker. This is going to be pass interference. Illegal contact on Tracy Walker. It's a first down for the Ravens.
They were both touching each other. What are you on? You can literally...
Okay, the replay clearly shows Tracy Walker's hand almost up at the neck of Mark Andrews.
Yeah,
he can't
but
do
Andrews is also there. You saw when he makes the cut, he's also on Tracy.
Yeah. I'll take illegal contact over pass interference there. First down and 10 here.
Oh.
Late flag on the Ravens. Intentional grounding. Love it.
Thank you. So you know how we were ragging on the Patriots earlier, discussing Matthew Judon?
Yep.
They're 10-0 up on the Bills right now.
Nice. Nice. I took Bills minus 7.5, so that's a good start.
And the Bears have just scored against Las Vegas. Your favorite running back, Deonta Foreman, with a 2-yard touchdown.
Also took Vegas minus 2.5. Ugh. Ouch. Right. Ravens third down and 7 once again from their own 34.5-yard line. As Zay Flowers transitions out to the left, he's got loads of space, and so too does Rashad Bateman. Converted to the Lions 49, first down and 10, and the Lions are struggling in coverage.
The zone. It's the zones. Yeah.
Rashad Bateman with lovely feet. Nice route. Oh, Hutchinson almost got there for the strip sack as well. It was really close. Right, first and 10 at the Detroit 49. Lamar hands it off, and lovely tackle by Buggs through the middle. Tackle for a loss of 1, second down and 11. That's the first dominant play on defense for the Lions.
Yeah.
Isaiah Buggs is a beast of a human being. Second down and 11, but the problem for the Lions is that the Ravens have had no problem getting chunk plays over the middle of the field so far, and the Lions need to sort this out quickly.
It's the zones. It's the zone.
Lamar dropping back again, looking deep again, sidearms it to Rashad Bateman for a first down again against Cam Sutton, and it's a big gain all the way down to the 30-yard line. First down and 10 again. Lamar is carving the defense up like he's prime Tom Brady.
Yeah. We need to start playing a bit more man.
Oh, but they're so quick, it's hard to play man against these guys.
At least they can't have to beat you though with these zones. They're literally able just to find a place and sit down right in between all our players.
First down and 10 in pistol from the 30 and hands it off this time. Bumps it outside to Justice Hill. Oh, Edwards, sorry, even. That's a gain of 8 and second down and 2 coming up.
The Gus bus.
Oh, We can't afford to have another one go against us here. Field goal has got to be the order of the day now.
100%.
Wayne Wyckoff has just said, is the chunk play issue the same as the Lions had with the Seahawks? I don't know. I haven't watched it. Ash, what do you think?
Yeah, against the Seahawks, you could see quite a lot of their big plays came where we were just in soft zone, or where we were just doing stupid things like putting like edge rushes and coverage on tight ends. With this, it's 100%. We're playing a lot of cover 2, and the receivers are just running crosses in between where the linebackers and the safeties are, just sitting down in the middle of the zones and getting the ball.
That most recent play went incomplete. Lamar to the near sideline. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.5 here. Sorry.
Better bring pressure here. Well, I can kind of tell we are because Hutch is standing up. Well, we was using the free.
3rd down and 1 from the 22.
Oh, yeah.
Lamar, clock only just got it off. Lamar stepping back, now stepping up. He's got a room, and no one's going to get there, and Lamar gets 3 yards, and it's a 1st down. It's really...
We've got pressure. You can see Bugs has just shifted out of the way and opens up a running lane for Lamar.
Aleem tries a spin move and loses sight of him.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, the O-line for the Ravens is doing a terrific job right now because it's given Lamar enough time to survey the field and decide whether he wants to throw or whether he wants to scramble. A lot of the time, if you do get pressure, you're just forcing him to scramble. Right, here comes Lamar then from shotgun. 3-step drop, looking forward. Should be a sack. Manages to get out of it. Lamar going forward and goes down for a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Hutchinson had his arms around him.
He did, and he just breaks out of it. Like, at least we're seeing that Hutch is running his reps, though. I know last week wasn't exactly the best game of the season for him. So it's nice he's sort of warming up already.
4 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. 2nd down and 7. They empty it out of 4 wide receivers, 1 running back now in the formation. And quick throw out to OBJ. And a lovely tackle by Anzalone. Oh, yeah. 3rd down and 4 now coming up. And OBJ looked to put a move on him. He actually went backwards by about a yard to try and beat him. And a lovely play by Anzalone to haul him down by the shoulders.
Yeah, and hopefully now we can just stop them. Now they're not in a 3rd and 1. We should be able to hopefully scheme up something that will actually stop them.
3rd down and 3 with 3:33 left in this first quarter from the Lions' 12-yard line.
Get him down. Get him!
4 wide receivers. Lamar steps back, 2-step drop. Pressure on him. O-line do a good job. He manages to get out of it. And he's looking downfield to pass. Lamar looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. Nelson Aguilar with it. And, I mean, if you can't get a sack within 10 seconds of the play getting off, you can't win this game. Lions D-line needs to do better here because the Ravens O-line are doing loads. Lamar ran into his own man. Manages to get some space, and under pressure from Barnes and Pascal, Aguilar in coverage against Branch, and he just shakes him late in the scramble drill. 13-0. PAT is coming. It is up and good. 14-0 Ravens. Detroit versus everybody says us, okay, we still have a lot of time, but must score in the next series.
We really need to score now. We really do. Oh, Jesus. This is almost as bad as yesterday with England playing South Africa.
Well, I mean, it wasn't that bad, that game, until the final 20 minutes.
You didn't see the cricket. You didn't see how bad we were in the cricket.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I was thinking rugby. Sorry. My bad.
I did watch a bit of the rugby. For me, it was the cricket.
Of course, yes. I know you're more of a cricket person. Tyson Bagent doing the job, and the Bears look like, yeah, they are. They are 7-0 up against the Ravens. Wow. Against the Raiders, my bad.
Raiders. It's okay. You can get your weeks mixed up. I know we're playing Las Vegas next week, and I can't wait for those helmets.
Yeah, the helmets look absolutely sick. Right, Ravens out to an early 14-0 lead in this first quarter, and the Lions have been no strangers to going behind by big scores since Dan Campbell has been head coach. And the feature of pretty much every game, apart from the Carolina Panthers game, is that they came back in it and made a game of it. Detroit versus everybody says time to pass on first down. I mean, I don't even think we've had enough offensive plays to say anything on offense, honestly. We need to keep our defense off the field, which means, honestly, we need to run the ball. Because if Lamar has all this time against a fresh defense, what's going to happen if he gets another series against them in the next 3? If we score a touchdown on the next play, Ravens are coming down straight down the field and scoring again. Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't try and score on the first play. What I'm saying is, it may not be the best thing for our game script from here on out.
Yeah, all for the coaches, because I want... This is... I probably will phrase this wrong, but I want a few minutes just for the coaches just to sit the players down, shout at them, saying, what the fuck are you doing? And make some adjustments. Like... Okay, like if a touchdown, okay, you can't cover for 10. It's impossible to cover for 10 seconds perfectly, but we are getting pressure on Lamar, but we're not converting. This is very much reminiscent of those first couple of weeks where we were up there for pressures, but we just weren't getting the sacks. I thought we'd broken that. We'd finally worked out the sort of magic formula for converting the pressures, but it seems we're just going back to square one again.
Yeah. Right,
as they're like pretty much dominated, like 8 times our time of possession.
Yeah, we've had 1 minute 40 of ball. They've had over 10 minutes so far. But I mean, that's obvious because we've had one offensive series and it didn't last very long. Kick is away and right into the end zone by Tucker this time. So the Lions are coming out to the 25. It's first down and 10.
See, if you want me, and again, you can guess where this is going. If you want some positivity on this, another team I was watching last night was also in a big hole. They were in the biggest deficit they've ever had in a series history against another team, and they came back to win. We're facing the biggest points deficit of our season so far right now. So it's possible to overcome it. Oh, hopefully we can do.
Lions with Goff in shotgun. 2-step drop with pressure in his face, and he gets it off to Gibbs for a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7. Goff had 2 men in his face as they brought a blitz. They are trying to end this game earlier, the Ravens.
That's what I like. The screen call kind of use their aggressiveness. Them. Yeah.
Craig Reynolds checks into the game. Josh Reynolds is in there too, as well as Antoine Green and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Second down and 8. Goff takes a snap and hands it off to Craig Reynolds up the middle, and he spins around for a gain of maybe 4, and it's going to be third down and 4. Third and manageable. What can Ben Johnson cook up here? Because the Lions cannot afford to not convert this. Otherwise, the game is going to get away from him.
Yeah. Which is...
Gibbs checks back in. Antoine Green is still out there. Goff in shotgun, calling for Amon-Ra St. Brown to come in. Goff takes a snap, 2-step drop, pressure, throws deepish, but underthrows Sam Laporta. It's fourth down and 4, and the Lions are going to be punting once again. Patrick Queen is down injured for the Ravens, which could be a big thing in this game going forward.
Yeah. We used to have our alerts up, wouldn't it? He has been really good. I know he hasn't had a good first couple of seasons in Baltimore, but he was on the Derek Barnes track just with a first round pick rather than a 5th, 6th.
Yeah, I think he's been one of the better linebackers in football this year. Like, he's made such a step because and our Ravens guy alluded to it on Thursday. Roquan has just made the game a bit easier for him, to be honest.
Yeah. He doesn't have that pressure on him because LSU obviously was part of a really good team, so he didn't have that pressure. He's been picked as a first-round pick, sort of as like not exactly the successor to the Raiders because there was a bit of time between, but sort of the first big linebacker pick for them since Ray Lewis. He had all that pressure on him, and now Roquan's there to sort of take the pressure off him. He's able to just read and react rather than feel like he's having to do everything himself. It's kind of, as I say, like what Derek Barnes was going through, what Anzalone was going through, where they felt they had to carry the weight of the world on their shoulders and do everything at once. And now everything's just a bit simpler for him. The next man up, next man up will be Trenton Simpson out of Clemson.
Bournemouth second round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say first
good.
round pick, but no.
No, third.
Third? Oh, he slipped a bit, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, because he's basically like a box safety. He's very good in coverage, but when it comes to the run, not so good. So maybe we can target him of runs.
Maybe.
Like sort of get him. Just anything. But to be fair, I'm asking for anything right now. Just give us some offensive consistency, please.
We've got CJ in the chat, otherwise known as Callum Seymour, saying Skull Lions. And are you feeling confident now? I mean, at 5-2, I would still feel very confident about our chances in the NFC North, if that's what you're asking. But in this game in particular, no, not really. This has shaken my faith a little bit to start with. I mean, not a lot of teams can go out there with a 14-point deficit and turn it around. But if there's anyone who can, Dan Campbell deserves that faith. What else do we have in here? Mile Marker says players seem off balance, a bit shocked from the score, question mark. I don't think so. I mean, an offense having 2 3-and-outs to start a game is not strange. This Baltimore Ravens defense is good. The problem for the Lions is that they've managed to get some third downs from the Baltimore offense and they haven't converted him. And when they have converted him into 4th and 1s, well, the Ravens have got it anyway. Maybe with a hold helping them out. That's a really low snap to Jack Fox with a good catch. Scott Daly watch is on. Fair catch at the 6 from Devin Duvernay. Lots of pressure on him. What a kick by Fox. That was absolute beast of a kick, Ash.
It really was. Like, Fox probably heard our disparagement of him the past couple of weeks. He's proven a point because he was really good last week, and he's obviously this week he's been our best offensive weapon so far.
Upset watches on with the Indianapolis Colts up 14-7 against the Cleveland Browns. Atlanta Falcons are 7-7 against Tampa Bay. Bears are still up 7-0 against the Raiders. Those are all of your scores, as well as the Pats, which Ash mentioned, still 10-0 to the Pats. And I mean, Ant has been on the train of saying that the Bills are a fraudulent team. Conceding 10 points to one of the worst offenses of all time is not great. Excuse me.
Great.
Is not great.
Yeah. They say, well, sort of talking about Jack Fox is obviously there. Lamar Jackson. For his first 200 career punts, which obviously just includes that one just gone, Jack Fox has averaged 48.6 gross yards and 42.8 net punt yards. These rank as the highest and second highest, respectively, for punters' first 200 punts in NFL history.
Lamar gets popped in the end zone, but delivers an absolute bomb to OBJ to the 28-yard line of the Ravens. What a throw. What a throw. He gets absolutely... Oh, no. Okay, Walker manages to bail out of it, but he's so close to getting hit.
Yeah.
What a tight spiral that is. And Lamar Jackson is balling out here. Sometimes you've got to recognise. He's been under pressure, though. 5 pressures so far on him on 11 dropbacks. Empty set here.
There's
Lamar...
a flag in the... I'm going to say they finally call it a hold because there's a flag in the back for the final.
I think there was a second flag in there already. Threw it up to Mark Andrews. It's incomplete. Holding.
Yeah,
offense.
that's a hold on Ronnie Stanley. That is very clear.
On Romeo Okwara. Just saying.
Oh, there's also one on Bugs from John Simpson.
Oh yeah, massively. We've absolutely trashed him there. First down and 20 then.
I think that's, but to be fair, we have been getting the pressure. It's just that Lamar's been able to step up in the pocket and avoid it. So we'll probably going to have very, very good pressure. Oh, pressure numbers.
First down and 20. 1:02 left in this first quarter. Trips to the right. And a one-step drop and a quick little chuck up by Lamar to Zay Flowers, but completely overthrew it. Second down and
I
20.
think I don't know if they'll show a replay, but because this won't be available for me to watch in time for tomorrow. I think Hutch just about gets a hand on it.
Oh,
It just
okay.
elevates it.
Okay. You're going to be on tomorrow?
Yeah. I won't probably have the nice in-depth analysis because obviously this wouldn't be out in all 22 for me to watch in time, but I'll be here. Come on,
Once again, YouTube, I'm sorry, but I haven't been having my comments load, which is really annoying. Ravens take the snap and hand it off, and they manage to get a good amount of yards there, 9 yards, and it's third down and 11. And the thing is, the Lions didn't buy that as not being a run. They should have stopped that much earlier. Justice Hill with a good game.
Yeah, I was going to say, replying to Brian Shuck, it's going to be at least 2 first-round picks for Surtain.
Yeah, that's where my price would be if I was Denver. I heard there was a bit on the Athletics saying a second and a third, and it's like, if it's that, he's already been traded, because that's just way too low. It's third down and 11 from the 27-yard line of Baltimore. 3-man front with pressure? No, only 3 coming. Pressure from Hutchinson. Good throw by Lamar and a fantastic catch by Zay Flowers. First down. Big throw. And, I mean, when you drop 7, when you drop 8, what is happening?
How are you doing exactly? Deshaun Watson's in a medical tent after throwing his second interception on the day.
Shocked.
Browns are imploding. That's it. As yet, that ends the quarter. I'm
just filling out my thing here. So, Ash, while I'm doing that, if you just give some thoughts on the first quarter for us, if you please.
Pain. Just pain as we see a replay. Carl Pitts on Sky doing some absolutely amazing things. It couldn't have started much worse for us. I know we've said it a couple of times. The Ravens are a first quarter team. They're very good in the first quarter and go downhill from there as they get more and more conservative. But Christ alive, come on. We would have thought we've at least make a couple of plays on offense. The only big play we've made so far is obviously that tackle for loss from Bugs. That's all. And obviously Fox punting. But other than that, we haven't really done that much.
So there's your scoreboard. Goff, 1 of 3 for 2 yards and Gibbs 1 carry for 4 yards. With the sack we suffered, we have a total of 6 yards of total offense so far. Meanwhile, Baltimore, Jackson's gone 10 of 13 for 156 yards in the first quarter with a touchdown. It says interception. I meant touchdown. That was just wishful thinking. He's also got 5 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown. Gus Edwards has 3 carries for 11 yards. And Zay Flowers, 2 receptions for 68 yards, the other touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 1 of 1 for 12. Ash, I mean, this is a bad start, and the Ravens are rolling once again. Another touchdown might put the icing on the cake already. But there's a route to come back here for the Lions, and it just starts with a good end to this drive.
Yeah. We need to really... I don't know what we need to do defensively because we're getting the pressure. It's just Lamar's escaping it, and it's just giving him time to throw the ball. Offensively, we just need to wake up. Like, I know, our first drive we were looking decent until we gave up that sack, but I don't know what we need to do, what adjustments we need to make, because everything just looks off kilter right now. And it's surprising because you'd think it would be the Ravens off kilter because they're the ones that have had to fly back over the Atlantic. They declined to have a bye after that, so they're coming off a shorter week where they're coming off jet lag, and yet it looks like we're the team coming off jet lag. Like, it really does not make sense.
So, a couple of things on the jet lag. They flew home as soon as possible. I think they came back the same day as the game.
No. So if you Tim, if you listen to the 20-minute huddle podcast, they had one of the Baltimore writers on. They stayed in London till Tuesday, I think. They want to do some sightseeing.
Right,
So
okay.
they were only just getting off the jet lag on Thursday. So
Pressure and managed to get it off to Pat Ricard. Lions brought a massive blitz and Ricard in the open field and a good tackle by Kirby Joseph, but they're all the way down to the Detroit 20-yard line. My word. Oh my word. This is from midfield and Patrick Ricard has a 30-yard reception.
And all the people already teeing off against us on Twitter. I hate it. There's people saying, "Oh yeah, this the last 4 quarterbacks Detroit have faced are really seeing their true pass defense today." That's Jesus fucking Christ.
Lamar alone and lovely little flip pass. OBJ. Oh, there we go. Sorry. My stream went a bit weird. I saw the number 3 and I thought it was OBJ for a second. That's the tendency. It's 34.
Yeah.
Really nice play, and it's first down and goal from the 9. Lions should have blown that up earlier as well. They saw it, and it was just well blocked in the end.
You're the man.
Second down and 1. Sorry.
Matt, you're the maths person. What's 222 divided by 6?
33? No. 36?
That's how many times more offense the Ravens have had than us right now.
Flowers on the wide receiver screen gets the first down, gain of 3. First down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Lions desperate to not give up another touchdown here, but even a field goal would be a 3-possession game. People start talking about this being an embarrassment. An embarrassment will be being, 1-5, 1-6 at this point. It's 5-1 Detroit Lions leading the league right now. They have bought some loyalty. Mark Andrews for the end zone, touchdown Ravens. It's 20-0. That is your play action bootleg to the tight end in the flat. And the Ravens have had 3 drives and they have had 3 touchdowns. And you know what? They've deserved it. They really have. It's been a clinic.
It really has been. Just wait. We can't have anything nice.
I don't understand that comment. I really don't, because we've won 5 out of the first 6 games. If we lose this game, we're still very much winning our division at this point. Like
today we can't have anything nice. It's just
I mean, there's a long way to go.
It's the same. This feels like not the Ravens, the Carolina Panthers game last year, where it's just actually we did well. Not even that. The Patriots game, was it last year, where we just could do nothing, right?
Yeah,
it just feels like that. Where I know we've done well, but it's just disappointing. It's disappointing just to where we've looked really damn good the past couple of weeks. I know, okay, people are saying, "Oh, you've only faced like Desmond Ridder, Jordan Love, and that." We've been complete. We've had one of the best run defenses. We've looked really good, and it's almost as if we've just turned the dial back 2 years. Yeah,
I mean, we've managed to make offenses one-dimensional by being really good to start games, and it just hasn't worked that way, and it ain't over yet. We're 21-0 down, for sure, I get it. But I just don't think this game is over yet. We've come back from bigger stinkers. And it's not like the Lions have even played badly in this game. They've been slicing and dicing, but it's been terrific offense from the Ravens, and sometimes good offense beats good defense. It just does. They've made good routes. They've held together their offensive line just enough. Lamar has made plays by getting out the pocket, by scrambling and still looking downfield and throwing. This is MVP Lamar Jackson. And he's not doing it with his legs. He's doing it with his arm. And the thing is, people have been sleeping on him because his receivers have been dropping the ball. Well, they haven't today. So this is the Ravens we've seen all year.
That explains defensive performance, but not the offensive performance. 6 yards. 6.
In 2 drives.
We've had 2 drives. They've had 3, and they've got 245 yards of offense. So they're over 40 times our offensive output on 1 more drive. We've gone 3 and out twice. They've had a good couple of plays. on their defense. But this not
So
if
we're talking about a team that in DVOA is second on defense. By PFF is third on defense. This ain't no chump defense on their coverage or their run. So this is a team where if we wanted to prove our title credentials, yeah, we'd like to win this game. But this game doesn't prove anything decisively at all. I don't get it. Like, this is a one-off game. If you have a look at the Bills all the way through this season, they've had games where they've blown away the Dolphins, and then they've lost really stupid games to games they should win, teams they should beat. But the thing is, come the playoffs, is anyone going to think, oh yeah, the Bills aren't going to be a problem? Because you can just turn it on. The Lions have shown the ability to turn it on when it matters. And so this sucks. But we've had one quarter of play, and I just think we should give ourselves time to be okay.
That's the thing, though. So you're saying, okay, using DVOA, we're also up there for DVOA. That's what the concerning thing is, because when we're in the playoffs, we are going to have to face a San Francisco, a Philly, potentially Dallas. Well, we're facing them later in the season anyway, but we are going to face these teams that are up there, both on offense and defense. And it's very concerning if we're putting out this kind of performance. I know I've mentioned a couple of minutes ago that people are already tweeting like these are the quarterbacks that Lions have faced recently. But we're okay, we beat who we're putting fences. But it's the first time we're really facing since like week 1 or 2, where we're facing a team that you can say they're probably going to be in the playoffs. They're a playoff caliber team.
Mm-hmm.
They should be in the playoffs. And this is the kind of performance we're putting up. It is a bit concerning because I know it's only fans maybe that have the expectation that the team will probably be like next game's the next game kind of thing. But we're a team that we're hoping to make a good playoff, at least win a playoff game this year.
Oh, I've just lost my stream.
Oh no. If this is how we're playing in a kind of against a playoff caliber team, is Glenn's literally there having a go at the defense right now for on my stream. We're not going to win that playoff game if we put this kind of performance. We really do now. As I'll do some commentating as you get your stream back. Goff's under center with Gibbs. Is it Gibbs lined up about 5 yards deep? And we run it just right up into the Ravens defensive line for 3 yards. If we don't score on this offensive drive, I'm going to be very worried because okay, yeah, we'll look good next week against this team that's bad, but this is the kind of year where we need to start looking competitive against the Ravens. I know we did it against the Chiefs, we did it against the Seattle Seahawks, and it took a coin flip for us to lose. But now we've got this momentum. We need to keep it going on. We can't just suddenly come up against a really good team and lose all that momentum and have to start again.
Good teams lose. Good teams lose games. They just do. Goff takes a snap,
like this.
Looking right, under pressure, gonna get sacked.
I agree they do lose games, but at least those teams usually look competent in these games. Right now, it looks like we're bloody, I don't know. Think about it. We're Sam Houston State coming against Alabama right now. We look completely outclassed on both sides of the ball. That's what's worrying me because, okay, last year we'd have those stinkers, at least in Carolina, for example, where the defense laid an absolute shitter. They were crap. At least the offense was able to keep pace.
Third and 16. Goff in shotgun. Got to get the snap off. Does. Only 4-man pressure. Goff throwing short of the sticks, and Sam Laporta tries to go for it. Gets 13, but it's 4th and 3. And, I mean, this is the sort of position now where Dan's going to have to think about a fake.
Yeah, we need something but that's the thing, the Ravens will expect it.
Yeah, they will. If they've learned anything about the Lions, they will expect that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I'm with SW Lion right now. Let's hope they can live and learn from this. And then when it comes to playing Dallas later in the season, which is probably after this game, the next hardest one we've got, we better not look like this because that'll be too damn close to the playoffs. We need to have all the momentum we can have in going into that because I know we'll probably have a home game winning the division, but we shouldn't underestimate the team to come up against. It might be Dallas again. It might be, I don't know, the Falcons. it's just
Do not despair, my friend.
If it was just the defense looking, if it was just the defense looking bad, and we were getting to like, I don't know, they're 50 and then stalling out and then having to punt away, I'd feel a bit better. It's just because we can't. Neither side of the ball's really stepping up. At least, last week where the run game wasn't there, the defense stepped up and was able to sort of hold the Bucks to 6 points. At least when one side was falling down, the other picking up. Today, it's just both sides are just not doing anything.
We played 20 minutes.
I know we played 20 minutes, but it's just...
We've had 3 drives. We've had 9 offensive plays. I realise that it would be really nice to have some offense in those 9 plays. They've had some good defense in 9 plays, and then they've dominated on the offensive side of the ball. Statistically speaking, we've not had enough players on offense to say whether we've actually had a really bad game or a really good game. They've played well on 3rd and short, and they've managed to get us off the field. And, you know, if we thought that we were this much worse than the Ravens, we'd have gone for fakes much earlier than this, because the 2021 Lions would be like, we're well overmatched. The reason why we've let ourselves get in this position is because Dan Campbell legitimately thinks we're as good as this team. And so it doesn't feel like we need to catch up in possessions yet. I think that's going to change, but we'll see. I don't think the Ravens are better than us, but right now they are executing fantastically and we're potentially being outcoached, which you legitimately said. But I don't think this says anything about this team that we didn't already know, which is on any given Sunday, they could have a stinker. Like, sure, it's the NFL. Like, we see this every week.
We do, but it's just... as you say, okay, we've only had 9 offensive plays, and that's kind of the issue, though, is we're not... Look at the Ravens, where we have got them into situations where they're in 3rd and long, and that they were able to find play. They were able to call. It might be just they're calling the perfect plays against the defensive plays we're calling, but they've been in situations like this where they've been behind the sticks and they've been able to convert. I don't know, Lamar's been really good, underrated. Randy Goff, until coming into today, he was playing MVP level. Like, if the season ended before this, like it's ended last week, I wouldn't be surprised if Goff got MVP votes, because he's been damn good. But we haven't even got protections on that play where Alpha Malik had the slot blitz. No one fucking picked him up. He was just gets right to Goff and sack him.
5 men on the line for the Lions here, with Lamar in the pistol, and he fakes a handoff and takes it himself. Hutchinson tries to pursue. Really nice block from the tight end, and it's a 10-yard gain and 1st down and 10 for the Ravens. And I like what SW Line is saying here. At this point, we could fly high at 5-1, believing that our shit don't smell. And this is the sort of game which is going to bring you back down to reality. The great thing is that no one in our division is anywhere near close to us to have a go. But, you know, hopefully this will keep us humble. 2nd down and 1. Lamar again in the pistol and hands it off. And Edwards with a nice gain. Big gain! And he got a gain of about 20 yards there for 1st down and 10, I think around midfield.
See, that's the thing. It's all like, for me, it's all well and good. Okay, yeah, we'll be able to beat up on the teams in our division, probably go win 6-0 in it. But we need to at least look competitive in these kind of games where it's against these good teams, because that's what we're gonna. Let's keep saying that's who we're gonna have to face in the playoffs.
We just don't face enough of them, though. This is the only one apart from Dallas that we're actually facing a contender in the entire season left. So
exactly, yeah, that might be true, but like, it's all like it's all well and good beating up on the teams.
Another run play through the middle. Justice Hill might go all the way here. Oh, well done by Kirby Joseph, getting him down at the 22. But that's another 28-yard gain and a 1st down, slicing through like a hot knife through butter.
Exactly. So, like, this is the scary thing, is because if we do make it to the playoffs, let's say, okay, we beat, even if we come up against the Falcons, they've got game tape now on how best to beat our defense. We might be able to make adjustments to it, but if we're giving it these plays, consistently we have like giving up over 11 as they get another big play. They're just able to just convert first down after first down, first down, first down, first down.
Lamar wheeling right and chucking it up. This might be a touchdown for Mark Andrews. So he's down at the 2. First down and goal from the 2. And Free Climb rightly says that the defense is just worn out at this point. We need to give them time off the field, and you can't blame him. That's Anzalone in coverage who misses his guy, thinking it's a run.
That's the problem. That's what it comes down to for me. If it was just okay, they're able to slow Spartan defense, but the offense looks competent, I wouldn't be this pessimistic. But for us,
if the Lions' offense looked competent, then the defense wouldn't be this gashed.
Exactly, that's the thing.
But the point is, if they are looking so good on offense because we can't get any offense, then of course our offense has looked bad because otherwise this wouldn't be happening on defense.
That's what I'm saying. The offense looks bad. That's what I'm saying because you said we haven't had enough data to say that the offense has been so bad today. The fact that the defense is already tired out and it's not even, we've gone halfway through the second quarter, that shows the offense has been bad because they need just at least get one first down just to give the defense a breather as they go in and score.
That's not had a first down yet today. Second down and goal from the 2.
That's what it comes down for me. Is because, as I keep saying,
pitch to the running back and touchdown Ravens. 27-0. PAT to come.
That's what it comes down for me. As I know you are saying, I agree. Yeah, if the offense was competent, it wouldn't be this tight. But that's the whole point, is because neither side, they're not stepping up to help this defense. They can see the Ravens have got our number on defense, that we need to make adjustments, but they're just not giving the coaches time on the sidelines to make those adjustments. They're just giving up the ghost. That's why I'm so pessimistic, because
I don't think they're going out there going, oh, our defense really need us, but you know what, I'm not going to bother. Which I think is not the argument you're making, but it sounds very like the argument that you're making. It's not like they're giving up. You know,
I know not. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not saying no. Yeah, they're specifically going out like specifically giving up, but just I don't know. If it was me, I don't know. I don't have to phrase what I'm trying to think, but like, if it was me, I'd be doing everything I could, using the fact that this defense is basically begging out for a breather as a bit of extra motivation, where you are fighting that like half a second longer on a block or something, because this is not complementary football, which is what we've been playing pretty much the past 4 or 5 weeks. Where against Seattle, all through since the start of the season, we have been playing good complementary football for the most part, where if one side of the football slips, the other one steps up to beat it. Okay, we narrowly beat the Chiefs. We had some help from some drops, but the Chiefs are a really good roster. The Seahawks took them to overtime when we were down bad. The defense couldn't stop because the offense was good. And it just took the fact that we lost the coin flip, so they got the ball first and scored to win. And then we've won out since then. And especially last week, where we didn't have a running game, so the passing offense stepped up and the defense stepped up. Right now, defense is begging out for a cry, where the fact that we're just giving up chunk play after chunk play, but the offense just isn't there. Usually, we've seen in the past where the offense has been like, okay, yeah, we need to nail down. They have fought a bit harder, and I know they're specifically not giving up, but they just haven't woke up. They haven't woke up and smelled the coffee yet, and they really need to, because otherwise, this could be a Miami versus Denver Broncos game.
It could be,
and that would break my heart. That would break my heart, because then all this goodwill we've built up with the media, suddenly we play one good game and all that's gone again, and we have to build it back up again, and we have to endure all this, because we are a good team. This is not us. This is a bad game, but everyone that's outside us that don't really pay attention to this team will just think, oh yeah, those 4 games that they've won in a row, that was the fluke, and now they're back to this. I hate to say the phrase, but back to the same old Lions. This game will bring back the same old Lions thinking from other people.
Maybe it will, but then you can identify the people to unfollow on Twitter and not listen to. It's like,
it's hard to unfollow NFL UK and NFL actual writers and that.
Well, fine, but you
That's what I'm
really
saying. The big meat for like in terms of individual analysts, aside from the ones that I will never probably over and follow or block because we need them for the content. But for the most part, it's going to be like Good Morning Football. Those that we've really had the past couple of weeks goodwill from. Like
But
even
why does any of this matter?
because for me, I've really enjoyed the past couple of weeks where I haven't had to be. I don't want to say like I didn't have to sort of tune out the sort of big national media over there and over here. Like we've had times where the NFL UK have actually tweeted really positive things about us. But yeah, you know what? This is really good. It's good to see that other people can see what I'm seeing. It's almost like confirmation bias for me.
Sure. Okay. So basically, you're insecure about the Lions being good, so you need it being reinforced by someone else.
Yes.
Amon-Ra St. Brown drops a screen pass. We know that hell is frozen over now because there was absolutely no pressure on him whatsoever. 2nd down and 10.
How did the fuck did we not go up in the AP poll? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Still 4th.
I know, still 4th. It's just...
Woe is me. It's the highest it's ever been since the Natty, and the world is ending.
No, it's just... it's like we have looked more... Finally, a first fucking down. Thank you, Khalif Raymond.
2nd down and 10. Goff with a big drop down, and then Raymond with a wide receiver screen. Blockers out in front. 11-yard gain. 1st down, Lions.
Like the slight divergence to the college is because we have looked better than... Okay, other than Michigan, I argue we've looked better than any other team in the nation. But because Georgia's a big name, they've ranked ahead. It was like...
Until Georgia lose, they won't be less than 1.
Yeah.
7 minutes left in this first half.
Thank you.
Lions with Goff under centre. And fake toss. Goff has fooled and going for Amon-Ra St. Brown. Gain up all the way to midfield. Well done, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Thank you. This is going to look very hypocritical for me from actually having a bit of hope now, but this is what I've been calling out for. At least something from the offense to give the defense a breather and get claws back into this game.
6:40 left. Lions need to score here to make this competitive. At midfield, Goff under centre once again. In 11 personnel, Amon-Ra right to left. Goff takes a snap and a 4-step drop. Pressure in his face. Manages to get away from it. Goff now escaping to the right-hand side. Can he throw it away? He can't, and he takes a sack. Why on earth do you not throw it away? He has made a habit of this as well, Jared Goff. Instead of throwing it away, he's been taking 2-yard losses.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Very frustrating. Right. 2nd down and 12. Lions in need. Shotgun snap here for Jared. 11 personnel. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. And that ball was tipped at the line, I think, potentially. Or just kind of, he got the yips or something, maybe. But 3rd down and 12. And... I mean, there's been a little bit of production here on this offensive drive, but at midfield, you can't really go for it on 3rd and 12. Lions looking for 4th and short, at least here. 3rd down and 12, you know that the Ravens are going to be dialing this up. Mike McDonald doesn't hang back.
Come on. Yeah. Let's have a look at the strips. Trips on the left, he's looking.
It is 0-1 personnel with trips to the left and 1 receiver to the right. Takes a snap. Looking to the left and throws. And Amon-Ra came back a long way there to actually not gain any yards. Gain of about 4 or 5. And that's going to be 4th down and 7. And I reckon the Lions are going to be punting here.
No, if it was staying out.
Looks like the offense is staying out there. So the Lions are pinning their hopes in this game on this drive. 4th down and 8. Desperation time already, 28-0. At the 48-yard line, Khalif came from left to right. 0-1 personnel once again. Goff calls for it. They're bringing 5. Goff looking deep, looking for it, and incomplete. It was not a good throw to Amon Russell Brown, who had a man behind him and a man in front of him, and it's a turnover on downs. And the Ravens have the ball in plus territory here. And the Bears are up 14-0 in a game which is going to amuse everybody by taking the Bears potentially out of pick number 2.
I think so, yeah.
Because Arizona will still be on 1 win. What a shame for him.
Yeah. Because Denver's on 1 win, Arizona's on 1 win, Giants are on 1 win, and New England on 1 win. So if New England could. New Giants are winning as well. Denver.
Joshua Mercer just said he was lined up offsides. Come on, man, this is BS. Clowney was lined up well offside there.
Sounds about right. Clowney has got to have it at that.
I did not see it, I must admit. The Giants are 14-0 up against the against Washington as well.
Yeah.
And then Josh Allen in big trouble against the Patriots.
Tyrod Taylor actually being competent, giving New York an actual competent quarterback for once.
How about it? Oh, right.
I think the scary thing for me is I don't want that. This obviously holding on momentum. If this rolls over to next week, where Jimmy G might be back for Las Vegas. Obviously, they've got Devontae Adams, who's always had our number when we played him. And they have pieces on that defense. It might not be the best defense.
Runs away and just. Oh no, sorry. This is a replay. Sorry.
It's all right. There's always. I know we've been playing well, but there's always been that part of the back of my head that's always been scared. Okay, is this an illusion? Is this an illusion? And that part is creeping up, saying, if we don't look good next week, okay, yeah, we'll still probably win the division, but I'm looking towards the end of the season in January, where we are playing at home against the Falcons or a Dallas or potentially the Rams.
I mean, look, I would love to think that we were going to be competitive in the playoffs, but we haven't won the division for 31 years. And I am going to be grateful for everything we get this year, and everything we get beyond that is a bonus. And, I mean, we haven't got the division in the bag yet. And I know I've been talking as if we have, but we haven't. Jackson hands this one off near midfield. And Gus Edwards with a gain of 8.5. There's a flag on the play. This one might be coming back. I
think it is because the commissioner's celebrating. Like, they finally picked up on something. So it might be a hold on him. As in, like, the alignment's holding him.
1st down and 10 becomes 2nd down and 10 after that flag.
Oh, yeah, first and 20.
What did I say?
2nd and 10.
Whoops.
Basically the same thing.
This is the game I really wanted to win to prove that we were Super Bowl contenders. Losing this game, even in this fashion, does not move me off where I was before, which is that we are utterly dominant in division. Lamar Jackson with a deeper drop here from shotgun, looking deep, trying to step up, throws it, lovely ball to Mark Andrews for a gain of 23 and a 1st down.
Not to be a pessimistic bastard again, but there's kind of the issue. We've got them in an exit play. We've got them in a hole. They're in 1st and 20. They're in a hole technically. And we let them get it all back in one play. That's the...
We're playing a heck of a lot of zone and they're absolutely gashing us on it.
Exactly.
From the 40-yard line, 11 personnel, very wide receivers on this play. And Lamar hands it off to Gus Edwards and it's a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Jesus Christ. I've just looked at the box score.
Yeah, you need to get out of this headspace because as an NFL fan, given how the Lions have been over the last 20 years, this has been the standard. And we're better than this, and it's sad to see that this is happening today. But we've been so much better than this season that it's a blessing to be a fan.
It is. We have had some really good moments.
3rd down and 1 after Zay Flowers catches a short one.
I mean, 3 minutes to go. It's like the disappointment. It's just like, I'm going to bring the English football into it. The 5-1 loss to Newcastle to start the season for Villa. That's what this feels like to me. Well, I know we're better than this. I'm just disappointed and angry that we're not showing it. Because that
sure, but where 3rd down and 1, Lamar's going to throw for this pressure, and he's going to be tackled for a loss here. Justice Hill goes down for a loss of 2, and it's at the 33. This is field goal territory for the Ravens.
Yeah.
Field goal will keep it a 4-score game, but only just.
There's a flag. Roughing the passer. Okay, yeah.
97. Hutchinson on Jackson. Let's have a look at this. Hutchinson went at the legs, hit him underneath the knees. That's a flag.
That is a flag.
And it's soft, but it's a penalty.
It's a flag. It's a penalty, exactly. Should know better than that.
Yeah, it's not a good look for Aiden there.
Yeah.
2:38 and the clock is running here, so this could be the majority of the first half gone by the time this clock runs through for this drive. 21-yard line.
Please.
Lamar hands it off, fumble the handoff, but Justice Hill.
Thank you.
Lions do recover.
Oh!
Who got it? It's Aiden. Aiden Hutchinson. Big turnover. Big turnover.
That is, yeah. That's what we...
Oh, well done, Hutch. You nicked it from Hill's grasp on the floor.
Thank you, Hutch.
Lamar just muffed the handoff to the running back. That's not something you see from him normally. And the Lions have a sliver of life.
This is... I know I'm going here then everywhere with this game. And hopefully it's making good viewing for everyone. Because not doing my heart attack. Making good viewing, like entertainment viewing. But geez, spark, this is what we need. Just... I can't do the maths in my head, but...
2:13 left in this first half. Lions need to score here and bleed most of the time and then score on the first possession in the second half. Goff in shotgun with a 2-step drop. Bring in pressure, throw over the middle to Gibbs, and that is going to be a gain of 4, and that is the 2-minute warning, 2nd down and 6. Lions gifted an opportunity by the Ravens to put some points on the board, but man, James Burgess has hold them under 70, so the Broncos still feel bad, lol.
Yeah. So I agree. If we can score here and then score coming out the half, 28-14 isn't as bad. It's workable, but we need to do that because even if it's just a field goal.
Well, I don't think we're scoring on this drive. I'm just going to say it now. From the evidence that we've seen so far, the likelihood is that we don't score on this drive.
Exactly. That's the scary thing. Like the defense has sort of stepped up now and said, okay, we're going to have to kind of do this ourselves. I think, and then Hutch and we get the fumble.
The Ravens are a really weird team because against a team with an offense like
Steelers, for example.
I mean, the Steelers are a great example. I was going to think of a contender, but the Steelers make a lot of sense. Against an offense that, for some reason, just has their number, they kind of struggle a little bit. The defense does some work, but their offense also doesn't do something because their defense is incredible. And ours is really good, but it's just missing something today.
Yeah, we're just missing that spark.
But the thing is, I think that the Steelers potentially beat the Ravens, but we beat the Steelers. So, like,
Yeah.
there's a weird triangle going on where this is the sort of team that we just struggle against. The problem with the Ravens is they got the rushing threat of Lamar, which some people think we struggle against and some people don't. But he's throwing it like Geno Smith
Yeah.
as well. And
Which is all he
that
needs.
is what we struggle against.
Yeah, exactly. It's the combination of having to factor in for that rushing capability, yet he can also throw the ball. Like, okay, yeah, we succeed against a Justin Fields, Jordan Love, Desmond Ridder, because, okay, yeah, they've got the rushing threat, but they don't also have the passing to complement it. So we can just focus on that rushing. But because Lamar, as you say, Lamar can throw it like Geno, because we're having to play that, it's open up those holes. Okay, yeah, we're getting pressure. We've been getting pressure on Lamar, but then he's just able to step up and find a running lane because we're treating him like we have to treat him both as a traditional pocket passer and a scrambler, but we don't have someone opposite Hayden to be able to do that because Hayden can pass rush but also contain, but Julian can't really. Kamish, Pascal, they're good contain players, but they're not good like pass rushers. They can get the pressure, but someone else has to clean up for them. We don't have someone that's complementing Aiden to be able to do both.
2nd down and 7 from the Lions' 28-yard line. All 3 timeouts remaining. Goff in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Goff, 2-step drop, throws quickly out to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and that's the 1st down Lions. Got the 6 required. 1:56 left. You must be probably still 5 or 6 seconds in front, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm. So the play clock, the snap clock is at 15 for me now. They've just broke the huddle.
You're at 9 seconds ahead of me, yeah.
I'll try and.
No, it's fine. Goff in shotgun with Gibbs beside him and 3 wide receivers. Calls for it. And gets it. It's 3rd and 1, and Gibbs goes up the middle and gets enough of a hole to get the 1st down, but stopped in bounds. I thought it was 1st down, to be honest, but never mind.
So did I.
Now they're going no huddle. Don't need to save the timeouts here because they want to bleed clock so the Ravens don't get a chance to possess the ball at the end of the half. Goff with a throw and a nice catch and goes out of bounds. That is Sam Laporta for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down and 3.
That's perhaps the one good thing about this drive is the fact that the Ravens probably will want to defend the sticks to stop us going out of bounds, but that will just open things up for Laporta and St. Brown through the middle.
2nd down and 3, break the huddle, and Goff surveying. 4 wide, actually emptied out, 5 wide, sorry, with Gibbs checking back in at running back. Goff getting it. Goff looking downfield, tries to throw it to Amon-Ra, but good defense by number 21 of the Ravens. 3rd down and 3. Number 21 of the Ravens would be Brandon Stevens, who I've been very impressed by.
Yeah.
3rd-year player out of SMU.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer Rocky Sin personally, but that's just a matter of preference.
1:26 left in this half. 3rd down and 3, and the Lions need to convert here at their own 43-yard line. Goff in shotgun. Josh Reynolds going from left to right. He's done nothing so far today. Goff looking for Reynolds. Flag flies, and Reynolds with a big conversion. Let's see what that flag is.
Please don't say
it's on Baltimore.
Please don't say
it's on Baltimore.
Is it? Thank you.
That's what the coverage has said. It's going to be illegal contact. Oh, yeah. Holding. Holding on the defense. Well done, Josh Reynolds, for a lovely conversion. Lions 1st down. 1:21 to go.
See, this is... Okay, this... If this was how our offense looked since snap 1, I'd be happy. I'm just happy now that it is here. Hopefully we can take this momentum into the 3rd quarter. Because...
Yeah. Detroit 35-yard line. Goff in shotgun. 4 wide receivers once again. Goff. Oh. They're bringing pressure here, the Ravens. They're bringing 6. Goff tries to throw to Amon-Ra, who drops it. There's a flag on the play.
I think it's on. I think it's holding on us. Yeah, it's holding on Penny.
First down and 20 coming up. That is not what we needed on this drive.
Yeah, that is holding.
Harley Quinn has entered the chat as the Patriots lead Buffalo at halftime 13-3. Congratulations on your first half win.
We can't be saying stuff like that now. We can't be. Not without playing.
I can say it to a Pats fan who hasn't had a lot of joy all year. Goff from the Baltimore 45, 1st and 20. Quick throw. Wide receiver screen to Khalif Raymond, and he gets back 9. Second down and 11.
Come on, just snap the ball.
One minute to go and counting. No timeouts yet used by the Lions. 34-yard line. Second down and 11. Goff calling for it and gets it. 4-man rush. Goff looking and tries to throw to Amon-Ra, but that ball bounced. Oh, it didn't bounce apparently, so they're putting that third down and short. Oh, what a catch by Amon-Ra. Yes, sir.
They're reviewing it.
And they are reviewing it. Oh, Ravens are calling a timeout.
Oh, Browns are coming back. That's good.
Miss Harley Quinn saying, please update me. I'm watching the Pats. Keep seeing the Lions score. What is happening? The Ravens offense has been really good, and the Lions offense has not been as good. And at the end of the day, it's a hard world to live in when one side of the ball isn't working, because the Ravens offense, I don't think our defense has been absolutely terrible, but they've just got us tired, and now they're having their way with us. It's like a dominatrix has chained you to the bed, shall we say. You don't have any will anymore. You don't have any choice.
The spirit of Ryan McCluskey has inhabited you.
It's a possession, shall we say.
Oh, they're calling it a catch. Thank fucking God.
And John Harbaugh is beside himself on the sideline. Third down and 3 from the Baltimore 28. 34 seconds left and all 3 timeouts. Goff takes a snap, looking deep. Now, he tried.
What the fucking...
Tried to release it to a running back. They've called it incomplete. 27 seconds left. Goff can see the pressure coming at him and wisely gets rid of it.
And they're calling intentional grounding on him.
Actually, to be fair, considering where the ball went down, there's no player in the area.
Yeah.
If he'd thrown it a bit further towards Gibbs, it would be fine, but it was about 5 yards short of him.
Yeah.
And now we're in field goal range because you can't go for it on 4th and 13 here.
Fourth and 15.
Yes, because he had withdrawn further. We're going for it. Oh, we can't go for a field goal here because it's at the 41. Shit.
Yeah. And because of the wind. Like, if it was even at like the 30, I probably wouldn't go for a field goal. Because pre-games, Riley Patterson's supposed to miss one from 43 because of the wind.
Hang on, we're not taking a timeout to avoid the runoff, but we're going for it on 4th and 15. So this is a Hail Mary.
The Ravens called a timeout.
But the Ravens have called a timeout not to avoid the runoff. They just want to have time to think about it.
Yeah. That, and also because probably they think if they can stop this, they've got probably one play to get in field goal range for Tucker.
Miss Harley Quinn says, how are the Lions play calling in this game? So the offense has been a bit stagnant up until this drive here, where they've done some good things, but they've shot themselves in the foot. On defense, they've been too heavy in zone, which is not something you can say about the Lions in the last 6 seasons, maybe, where we've been heavy man for basically all of that time. And the zone coverage hasn't worked. Mike the Marine says Jared is throwing harder because of the windy conditions, and Joshua Mercer says that was grounding, but I don't care. Call it both ways. I don't remember
It
Lamar.
did,
when did Lamar have grounding? Oh no, they did call. They
yeah.
did call grounding on him. So
yeah,
so that's fine. 4th and 15, 21 seconds left on the clock. And the thing is, because the Lions haven't taken a timeout here, if they do convert this, then they can call a timeout, but they won't have a huge amount of time. From the 40-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens, the Lions need this badly, but the Ravens look like they're bringing pressure here. They bring only 4. Goff looking deep. There's a flag. Lions complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown down to the 15-yard line.
Hands to the face.
Flag is...
Hands to the face on Pierce. You can see it on the replay. And Amon-Ra's pissed. You saw him slam that ball down when he saw. He is not going to be fucking happy.
Amon-Ra did some really good things there on that drive, and man,
he really did.
Presumably that should also carry another 10-second run off, but they haven't talked about that. 4th and 25, and the offense is leaving the field for a punt.
I thought last week was going to be bad for highlights for me to cut up. I might as well just skip the first half.
I mean, considering we had the fumble when they were in the red zone, this actually somehow could have been worse.
Yes.
Punt for Fox. And should be a fair catch. Lets it go. Takes a Ravens bounce and is downed at the 19 of the Ravens with 5 seconds to go.
They might as well, and they're probably just going to kneel it out for half.
Probably.
This is pain. Yeah.
What's really worrying is just the rushing stats. We have 4 carries for 13 yards. 4 carries.
Yeah, that's...
They do take a knee.
We were just... We've put ourselves in a hole saying, no, we can't run the ball. We couldn't technically anyway because their run defense is good, so we probably wouldn't have got that much. But now we just can't. We have to pass. And they know it. They'll know it. It's coming out this half. They will know we will just have to keep passing. It's unless we're really fond of the halfback draws.
So there's your scoreline at the half. It says second. I'm going to change that now. Apologies. At the half, Ravens lead 28-0. Goff, 11 of 18 for 99 yards. Gibbs leads in rushing 3 carries for 9 yards. And Amon-Ra St. Brown 4 receptions for 32 yards. Lamar Jackson, 17 of 21 for 255, 2 touchdowns, and 8 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown. Also another touchdown on the ground, Gus Edwards, 6 carries for 38 and a touchdown. Receiving led by Zay Flowers, 4 for 75 yards, but 2 receiving touchdowns, 1 for Mark Andrews, he's 3 of 5 for 55, and 1 for Nelson Aguilar, 1 of 1 for 12. Ash, it's been rough.
Sure.
It has been rough. The Lions, in the last 7 minutes of the half, have started to turn it around a smidge.
A smidge, but... it might be. I don't want to say it's too little, too late, but it might be.
It probably is. No, it probably is.
Yeah, and that was why I was obviously just seeing those first 2 drives where we got 9 offensive yards and they got 245. That's why I could just tell. Yeah, I could just tell that. I could feel it in my soul that this was how it was going to go. As you guys are left with me now, and my bloody pessimism. You won't get any of Matt's optimism. Honestly, at this point, I'm just looking at next week now. And if the bloody Chicago Bears can put 14 points on this Raiders team, I'd say we should be able to. But Jesus Christ, I agree, Matt. It's a problem execution. They're executing perfectly. We're making stupid mistakes like getting rough in the passer calls and all this, holding, hands to the face. We're just not executing right. But I'd thought, having watched start of this season that we'd aside from obviously the Seattle game where the defense couldn't do much, I thought that we'd worked out to coach a winning game. But right now we're just coaching a losing game. And I know every team has stinkers and that, like we saw last week, the 49ers and the Eagles lose. But at least they looked competent in parts of it. Like I think, if I remember rightly, the 49ers lost on a missed Jake Moody field goal. And then obviously there was the Jets letting the Eagles score to give them time to win the game, like scoring and getting the interceptions off Jalen Hurts. At least they look competent. Right now, as I said earlier, it looks like we're some bloody FCS team coming up to the FBS for the first team playing against Alabama in our first game. We've just been outclassed on offense and defense. And yeah, I agree with you, Jordan, for Jack Fox's MP3 for us. And that's the scary thing because we thought we'd gone out of that period of our fandom where Fox was still really highlighting the games we had. Like, I don't want to bring up the you know who, but it feels like one of those games. It really feels like even last time when we played him 2 years ago, and we obviously had the Justin Tucker thing happen, we looked pretty damn good in that game. We took them long. It was just one blown coverage that let them get him to field goal range at the end. Yeah, it hasn't been my Sunday like you guys saw. I've obviously put on Ragnar jersey over my Villa top. We did what I was hoping the Lions could do. Villa did. We were playing West Ham for context. We hadn't beaten in 10 games. We've much better team than them. Like, they finished, I think it was like 10th, 12th last season. Midley won the UEFA Conference League, but they're not as good as Villa are. But they had this thing over us where we'd never beat them in 10 games. True. They always seem to score really random goals against us. So I went to the fixture that happened today last year. I went to it with my brother and we lost 1-0 on a really crazy goal, fluky goal, deflected, all that kind of game. And I thought, if Villa can sort of break that curse against West Ham, win that game, we weren't convinced it was like 4-1. Very good. I was like, you know what? If we can do that, I have faith in this because this, as Matt's saying, if we were looking good in this game, if it was even 28-14 or something, if we at least put some points on the board, it'd be a bit better because we showed at least we can hang around with one of these good teams. But because we're just learning a goose egg right now, it scares me a bit because we are, obviously, if we want to go far in the playoffs, which coming into this week, I really thought we could. I've been saying the past couple of weeks we could make the championship game. But that means we'd have to play a Philadelphia or 49ers who are like this Ravens team, really good rushing teams, really good defenses. I was like, if we can show really competence against the Ravens and then do some growing over the season, maybe get CJ back, get Jerry back, get all these players healthy after the bye, we should be on the roll. We should go into the playoffs with a lot of momentum, maybe even with a first round bye. Because obviously the Philly and 49ers have to play each other at the start of December. We could have got I was thinking, oh yeah, first round bye is a definite possibility for us. And no, it's not. Hopefully third, fourth seed for us. Home playoff game. But we are going to have to play 49ers. Hell, even Dallas. I know Dallas haven't been that great this season. Dak keeps throwing the ball away into the other team. But their defense is really good. They've got Michael Parsons, who's one of the best pass rushers in the league. They know what they're doing. And that's just, I don't know. So as the old adage says, it's the hope that kills you. And right, the hope definitely killed me today. As Sky Sports show all the stats, 4 first downs, 2 of 7 on third down, 97 total yards, taken 3 sacks already, double the amount of penalties. They've turned the ball over, yet they're winning. They've had double time of possession pretty much. I hope they bring us some positivity, Matt. Bring us some positivity because
San Francisco Game 1 2021 was basically this scoreline, and we brought it to within a score late. I'm not saying it's going to go that way. I think it's more likely that it's 56-0 at the end of the game than it is that scoreline. But this team has previous for bringing games back when they get blown out. And I mean, Ravens might go full prevent and we can take advantage of that. I don't know. They started showing something at the end of the quarter. And I mean, like people have been saying in the chat, we can show some pride here. At the end of the day, the good teams in the bleakest moments somehow find a way. And we need to somehow find a way here just to put some points on the board. Start putting points on the board. Who knows what can happen? Defense is going to get a little bit of time at halftime, and we gave them a bit of time in that last drive before the half ended to have a breather. So hopefully they come out after our first drive in the second half a bit refreshed, and hopefully they can get off the field quickly, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. That's again, as you said it. If we at least look competent in the second half, put some points on the board, basically. Let's imagine now it's 0-0. If we could win the second half, there's stuff to take away that we can be like, okay, yeah, first half, right that off, buried the game tape and that. The second half, we came out of adversity, we won the second half. There's some flashes of stuff there. And then Monday Night Football next week, build on that and just start rebuilding this momentum again. But
I'm never a fan. I've never been a fan of the mentality of win the second half stuff. Like that sort of thing for me has.
It's moral victory. It's a moral victory, I know.
Not even that. I don't think it is a moral victory. I think winning the second half is the most hollow thing ever. So Liverpool against AC Milan, Champions League final 2005, 3-0 down at half time. Oh, let's go out there and win the second half. And it's like, no. I mean, let's just assume we can win the game. What's the game script in winning the game? Let's do that. And if we can't do that, we tried. If we try and win the second half, we'll run the ball to start the second half. And it's like, sorry, you can't do that. You still have to throw it.
Yeah, I'm not saying literally, I think that's what the team is saying. But for me, that's what I'm saying. If we can metaphorically win this, as in like put some points on the board, at least hold them to at least field goals, just bring ourselves back into it. And yeah, if we look back at the end of the game and we have, in theory, won the second half as if it was a game, at least we've shown stuff. I'm not saying the team is literally going to say, okay, it's 0-0, let's win the second half and that, but at least put some points on the board and that. So then we have stuff to take up. There is good, instead of just next week, like we were with Philadelphia in year one, where it literally was bury the game tape, pretend that never existed kind of thing. Don't want that to be here. I want us to at least have stuff to take away. And we can say, okay, yeah, first half, horrible offense near the end of the first half, started putting stuff together. I want the defense to at least force them to punt.
We need to give them a chance to fail by putting ourselves in a place to take advantage of said failure. So score in the first drive and we see where we're at. But
exactly,
just don't even think about what the game position is. Just try and fuck them up. Like that's all you've got to do.
That's what I'm arguing. That's what I'm saying. But in the second half, forget about the game position. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, just set out with the mentality and now just trying to impose your will. Forget that we're 28-0 down. Just almost reset in your mind. Have that goldfish mentality like cornerbacks are supposed to, of, okay, yeah, been shit. Let's just go out with the mindset now of imposing our will on them. Because, yeah, if they could theoretically have a second half meltdown where Lamar suddenly decides to, their receivers start dropping balls, throwing a few picks, and there is a chance of it happening.
So the thing that I fear is that they actually started to run the ball at the end of the half and we couldn't stop that either. So we need to earn the right to get the picks by stopping the run. Let's load the box and just say, if you can pass it, and like you have done all game, but if you can do that, then fine. But to lose the game because when they're winning, they can run it down your throat, that's the ultimate thing for me, which I hate. You've got to stop the run here because that's the bit which is going to kill us and it's going to run the clock. You force them to pass, the incompletion helps you. So, whereas a failed run doesn't help us anymore. A failed run is still the winding of the clock, and that's what's going to be our enemy here. So, get them passing. I want 7-8 men in the box. Go man-to-man entirely on the outside, and just say, look, beat us in the air if you want.
Yeah, I'm all for that, because Zay Flowers is really good, but to be honest, other than him and Mark Andrews, OBJ doesn't really scare me. Bateman, okay, has had a good couple of catches, but this is his first couple of good catches in this season. No one else really scared. Like none of their receivers really scare me outside of Andrews and Flowers.
I mean, I do think it's been a great day for their top 6 receivers. Flowers, Andrews, Bateman, Beckham, Ricard, and Aguilar. All of them have been great. They've had their best game of the season by far so far. So
yeah, exactly. They've got to regress them at some point. And to be fair with them as well, we're saying they've just had really good play calls against our zone. They've like Ricard managed to get open on a sort of like crosser in the middle from the tight end position, quick out, was able to get a free in the zones. If we're man to man, he wouldn't get that space, but you'd think he wouldn't get that space because he's a bloody fullback. Campbell or Anzalone should be able to cover him.
Yeah, you think so.
You'd think so, but that's, yeah.
Yeah, so the other thing to mention then, ESPN has this game at now 99.2% win percentage for the Ravens. Invoke oft-used Lions memes, so you're saying there's a chance. It might be less than 1%, but we've seen sporting moments throughout history where this has happened. And recently, exactly this scenario, has been come back from by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs. They were 4 touchdowns behind with Trevor Lawrence under center. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
Last year. It was last year.
So it's not like this is impossible. It's just damned unlikely. But you know what? If you give up now, you lose.
Yeah, I don't want us to give up. Help, even the Vikings did it last year, didn't they, against the Colts? They were way behind in that, but it's just we need to dictate terms here in this first drive now. I don't really care about running. I care a bit about running the ball because obviously you've got to run the ball just to keep the defense off it. Honest, but just run the ball to keep the defense off us. You need to be getting explosive plays. Like Goff has been the best QB throwing downfield. Let's start doing that. So here we come.
So Goff is in shotgun to start this second half. 2 running backs in the backfield. I think one's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And hands it off to Gibbs, and it's a gain of 3 and second down and 7.
It was Malcolm.
Again?
Yeah. I'm in for it because I do love Malcolm. And he has been I don't want to say he's been stiff because he's deservedly been LB4, but he hasn't been getting that many snaps outside of special teams. So I'm here for him just getting these kind of snaps. Come on. Much better. Thank you very fucking much.
Second down and 8.
Yes, Josh Reynolds.
Goff, play action, looking deep, lots of time, and a lovely throw with 4 defenders in the area and Josh Reynolds all the way down to the 48-yard line of the Ravens. First down 10.
That is better. That is what we're used to.
Brent said, should we go tempo to start the half? But we need to give the defense time to take a breather. I agree that tempo should be the order of the day shortly, but not right now.
Go on,
49-yard line here of Detroit. Goff under center in I formation and hands it off. Gibbs beats a couple of guys and gets tackled from behind. Gain of 8.5. Good tackle by Patrick Queen, who is back on the field. Second down and 2.
Wright was lined up at fullback then, which I'm again here for. Give me that. I know we were big, at least I was. You were a bit on the Discord, but we were big sort of Darryl Daniels fans, and obviously he got cut yesterday. But I did realise today, obviously we've got Wright who can play high at halfback. James Mitchell can. I'm here for him getting more snaps on offensive. It means him doing sort of
Second down and 1. Goff takes a snap, possibly hands it off, then fumbles, and he still got it. Thank God. Goff strip sacked, but gets back on it. Third down and 6.
I think so, yeah.
Third down and 7. Lovely sack. Oh, fantastic tackle by number 99 of the Ravens. He beat Decker all ends up.
Oh, way.
Jason Owe, not Jason.
Makes sense.
Odafe.
Yeah.
Third down and 7. From the 48-yard line of the Ravens. 3rd and 7. Goff empty set. Trips left. Goff, wide receiver screen to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And no chance at all. Though tackled round the head. At the 45, it's 4th down. You've got to go here.
Yeah. The only reason you call that is if you're going 4th down. Because if you were pointing there, I am not a fan of that play call whatsoever.
Graham Glasgow couldn't get out there. He's designed to try and take out Roquan Smith, but there's just no way he gets there. But Roquan around the neck. 4th and 4. Goff. Shotgun. Empty set once again. Goff calling for it.
Down.
Goff. 3-step drop. Pressure in his face. Motions to the left. Good throw to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Completes to the 30 and he gets down. That's a gain of about 10 to 15 and a first down for the Lions.
That's
15.
better.
There you go. And that was holding on the defense as well, but it wasn't called because why would that be called?
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Lions as they try and progress.
Go on, Gibbs!
Goff hands it. Doesn't hand it off. Goff and then a wide running back screen. Gibbs beats one, gets to the 20, to the 15, and tackled down at the 9. First down and goal Lions for the first time tonight.
I like that. That's a good play. That is the double reverse flea flicker. Basically same motions. That's a damn good play call by Ben there. Because they probably read that and thought, let's cover deep, and then you just pitch it out to Gibbs and let him get the yak.
TJ just said a defender's allowed to tackle by the neck. I mean, I don't know. I think it should be hands to the face.
I think the rule of like horse collar is if you're fully stopping the momentum by dragging them down by the neck.
Running play for 4 yards down at the 6. And it's 2nd down and goal from the 5.5. Yeah, I think you're right. It is where you are pulling with a hold of a jersey. If you've actually got them by the body, then I think it's okay.
Yeah.
2nd down and goal from the 5.5. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd. Or by the 6, sorry. Goff.
Fuck your leg.
Takes the snap. 3-step drop. Looking left. Now looking right. Good defense by the offensive line. Good blocking by the offensive line, but throws it into the feet of a linebacker, and it's 3rd down and goal from 6.
He was like, "Fuck your leg, Roquan Smith. I'm going to give you a dead leg with my bullet pads." Come on.
Freeland just said no tackles by neck are illegal. I don't actually know what the rule is here with hands to the face, because surely hands to the face is the neck to head area. We've heard that before, so I don't know. Gibbs motions out as a wide receiver this time. Amon-Ra St. Brown in the backfield. 4 seconds to go. Lions, got to snap it now. Goff, 3-step drop, looking left. This time now looking right, under pressure, escapes, throws it to the right-hand side, and that is incomplete. There's a hat on the floor.
Yeah.
Is that not
That's holding on Amon-Ra. Yeah, I thought he was, but I don't think it's a flag, so I think someone's hat just fell off. The wind. It's probably the cat get caught up in the wind.
4th down and goal, and the Lions are going. 4th down and 6. There is no one in the backfield, but now Gibbs motions into the backfield, and Reynolds motions from right to left. Goff changing the play here. There's not long to go. Got to go now. 5 seconds left. Goff calls for it. Goff looking left. Goes down the middle.
That is
looks like it might have been picked off by the Ravens, but they're calling it incomplete. Let's have a look. Reynolds goes up for it, comes off his hands, but he doesn't actually manage to get there, and the Ravens defender catches it, but his second leg doesn't get in. It's a turnover on downs. The Ravens have it at their own 6-yard line. a good first drive. Just can't finish it off.
As
What else
shown
can you say?
Yeah. At least it's showing flickers. If we can get the same from the defense, then we can at least, well, I can be a bit happier.
Do you promise?
Yeah, I promise. I promise. As I said, I was just saying during the break when you've gone, maybe it was just me sort of riding high in the fact that Villa broke a sort of curse of in a way of okay, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, maybe we can do the same. This is a game where okay, we're not favored. We're going to another we're going to a tough team who's who is good. We can at least make ourselves look competent, and we've just completely fallen on our face. It's sort of swing of emotions.
You're talking about going against one of the best red zone defenses in the country, never mind being a good defense overall.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when I came into this game, I said to myself, if the Lions win, they've proved to me they can hang with some of the best. If they lose, I learn nothing about this team. And I heard people say, you learn a lot about both teams in this game. No, you learn a lot about the winner. I don't think you learn a lot about the loser, because at the end of the day, that team is still going to be on top of their division, and they're still going to probably be going to the playoffs. And actually, can they hang with some of the better teams in the league? Well, I believe the Ravens can, and the Lions beat the Chiefs. So, I haven't learned anything about the Lions today. The only thing I haven't learned is that they aren't definitely a Super Bowl contender. They might be a Super Bowl contender, but they're not definitely one.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Because
Mike says when the official throws a hat is to indicate the receiver went out of bounds.
fair enough.
I did know that too.
No.
Free Climb says previous place in Brown was held past 5 yards.
Yeah.
It was. If I was a Ravens fan, I would be very upset if that was called. It was there, but it was very weak. I don't think it changed his momentum. 28-0 from the 6-yard line. The Ravens come back at it here. First down and 10. And they hand it off and tackle by Tracy Walker for a gain of 2. Second down and 7.
See, that's the thing. I know on Sky right now they're showing a comparison with QBs. Goff hasn't even played that bad. It's just in comparison to Lamar and with the context of what the score is, it looks bad. But Goff's been good. It's just he just hasn't had a chance until the last 2 minutes of the second quarter to actually get going.
Second down and 7. Lamar he pulls it and he tries to go right and he dumps it off. Justice Hill. No, it's Gus Edwards. He might go all the way here. Gus Hill. It got to beat Kirby Joseph all the way around to the 10. Oh my god! So that is a gain of
82 yards.
It's one of those days.
Just one of them days. Just one of them days.
It's a lovely play.
It was, and
it's a lovely play. Jesus, that is one of my favourite plays of the season. Tackle by the Lions. It's second down and 8 from the 9. Oh, I love it. Sorry. I know we've lost this game. I want to appreciate what's happening in front of us.
Yeah, I can always appreciate good play calls.
Beautiful.
This is already buried a tape gameplay now.
Now I've got to learn something from this. This is learnable tape.
And they score.
Jackson takes a snap, looking through the middle. Lovely throw to Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. 34-0 with a PAT to come. I feel sorry for the massive Lions fans that have made the trip to one of the most dangerous cities in America.
Yep, same.
James has just said we need to play backup to take out anyone who matters. It sucked today. Self-scouting on a Sunday is a rare opportunity. We're not coming back from a 5-score lead. I agree. I think actually now is the time. I don't think you can come back from this under any circumstances.
But it's the thing, Teddy, I don't think we're going to risk Teddy because obviously he was on the injury report and be Dinkle blow up.
I would risk Teddy over getting Goff injured.
True, I don't know. Oh. What happened? At least Chicago's going to see what competent QB play looks like.
You mean Tyson Bagent?
Yeah.
Because the Bears are up by 3 scores on the Raiders. Unbelievable. And Ridder fumbled at the half-yard line against Tampa. My God. TJ said, I'm not angry anymore. I've settled with this one. I am still in the game with my with one of my bets. I just need Goff to get passing yards. So if we yank Goff, I'm going to be upset.
Fair. I mean, I'm there now. I'm not angry anymore. I'm resigned. I'm resigned to the fate. We've been here before. Might as well.
I need Goff over 244 yards, or 244 yards or over. I need Josh Jacobs with another 33 rushing yards. And then I need Bijan Robinson under 55 yards on the ground. I don't know what Bijan's done so far.
Oh, he has barely even toted the ball.
Really?
He's barely toted. Yeah. Suppose he's not feeling too good. He's not even touched the ball. Not even touched the ball. Not one carry. Not one.
I need Stafford to get 2 rushing yards as well. Stafford was even money to get 2 rushing yards.
Oh, the plane. Oh, it's got to yeah, I can see that. Him just trying to scramble away from a team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. One scramble is all it takes. One scramble is all it takes.
I was about to say, okay, whatever you say, Dua Lipa. We know it too well at this point. Well,
you're talking about Liverpool fan Dua Lipa right now, so.
You're talking about University of Nottingham Trent University attendee Dua Lipa.
Glastonbury attendee Dua Lipa.
Yeah. Fair enough. So I say, well, one positive I can take from this.
Civ Man MI said Stafford rushing low. I like the guy, but that's not happening. Stafford was a good rusher in his time.
Yeah.
Didn't like doing it because he's better with his arm, but he's a good rusher.
He was like early career Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, I would say he's like Goff. Goff is reluctant to rush, but when
go on.
So Ravens kick this away. That's a really bad kick, and it's recovered short. And Mo Ibrahim returned to the 37-yard line. Mo Ibrahim on special teams.
And then he gets injured. Poor fucking guy.
Oh, gee.
Fucking poor guy, man. The dude. I know. Anton Roy said a load about it. The dude literally tore his ACL in college, came back, had a 2,000-yard rushing season, and now he's got injured again twice. Obviously in training camp, and now literally like his first touch of the game. What was I saying? At least we're going to slide down the draft order a bit. It's a bit more likely I'll get to see us draft Keon Coleman.
We're still going to get to the wildcard round.
I know. It's because you did considering how Marvin played yesterday, and I think Adunze looked good as well. We've got a chance of getting Keon.
No, Keon's going way before we get there.
Fine.
You think he falls to 19?
Possibly, yeah.
Nah.
So,
not happening. Wide receiver help too much needed in the NFL. Cleveland in the red zone against the Colts, and they're 27-21 up. Buffalo 16-10 behind. They're 3rd and 8 at midfield. The Giants are 14-7 up on the Commanders. The Commanders have the ball first and 10 at their own 21. Vegas have the ball at their own 47, first and 10, 21-3 down against the Chicago Bears. Cue laugh, please. And Tampa Bay have the ball 4th and 2 at their own 11 against the Falcons, 10-10. That is you up to date around the NFL. And the Lions 35-0 down. I mean, they are looking for some pride big time because Lamar has 343 yards so far. That is a pasting, and there's no other way to put it.
I was going to say, I was looking at Tank on Toe.
I don't think that when we're getting to the playoffs that looking at draft order is productive.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We're still getting to the playoffs.
Me. This is me we're talking about. You know what I'm like. I do mock drafts like week 1 of the NFL season.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, I know you.
Yes.
Gus Edwards is now leading the team in receiving as well. Just want to say with that one catch.
Sounds about right.
Fucking savage. Zay Flowers 4 of 5 for 75, but Gus Edwards 1 of 1 for 80. Yikes. Gibbs has got a few more rushing yards, so to speak of, which is always good since I started him with fantasy.
The cart's out for Mo. Fucking hell. Excuse my French.
Oh, Zach Charbonnet and DK Metcalf are out. Well, that's good.
Zarb Charbonnet's with it. I think both were a hip.
Oh, wow. We've cut to the coverage and Mo Ibrahim is still down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ay. Well, I didn't have to finish off this protein shake, or else it'd be 3 bloody Jaegers down by now. Prayers up, yeah. You know things are bad when they start talking about their dream teams for the bloody flag football in the Olympics in 2028.
Yeah. Because of his injuries, I can't replace the players. Fuck's sake.
Poor Mo, man. I'm with right. He's from Fort. That's probably his NFL career done because his legs are already pretty much held together by like sellotape and dreams, and looks like they've already gone on him. Poor guy.
Yeah, I do feel like people are saying in the chat, you know, the season isn't over, and it's a reaction to people saying the season is over, and it's like, but we're 5-2.
Yeah, I'm not saying the season's over. It's just for me.
You're hoping for more.
I was hoping for more because this is, as you were saying, this was a real chance for us to sort of come out and show we can hang with the big boys. I know I was saying earlier about I don't like the fact people saying these are QBs face, but to be honest, with the past 4 weeks we haven't really faced like a really good team. I know Bucks probably the closest out of the teams we faced in those 4 weeks that are like, okay, these guys are actually pretty good, but they weren't sort of like Ravens, Chiefs, Seahawks, like proper playoff like contender.
The Bucks are going to get to the playoffs because the rest of the division is shit.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like the Ravens deserve to be in the playoffs based on their play. So it was a chance for us to sort of show, yes, we are meant to be with the big boys. We can hang around, we can show, and right now we're just...
Off goes Mo Ibrahim on the cart. He's strapped to a backboard. It's not good.
That is not good at all.
Prayers up. Prayers up for Mo.
100%.
Thumbs up given by him on the cart, so hopefully he's okay. Here goes the Lions then at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:20 to go in the third quarter. Goff takes a snap and there's pressure in his face, but he steps up out of it, throws to Amon-Ra St. Brown, gain of 7, 2nd down and 3.
Doobie. Oh yeah. Well, since the game hasn't been just, did you appreciate my little opening few paragraphs in the game preview that I did for you?
I will confess, I did read it, the whole thing, even though it said it was a 15-minute read.
You know what?
Because it was a 15-minute read, I don't remember the opening few paragraphs. I'm sorry. Goff under pressure, throws it, absolutely gunned it, and incomplete. That was towards Jameson Williams, 3rd down and 3. You'll have to remind me.
It was because I remember you saying last week that you didn't fully get the difference between
ADOT and yards per attempt.
Yeah. So it was like hopefully people understood it, at least the way I'm trying to use them, because I know they are quite similar, but for me they show different things. That's why I use both.
Oh no, I got it. Yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, I know the difference in this. I don't know why I've said it. 3rd down and 3 for the Lions at the 43-yard line. No matter what, they're going 4 down here. Goff takes a snap and hands it off to Craig Reynolds, who gains about 10 yards down to the 45-yard line of the Ravens, and that's the Lions' 1st down.
Craig Reynolds is fired up. I like that. Hip injury for Ibrahim, so I think he's probably broke it, which would be bloody painful.
Yes.
Brock points in at fullback.
11 personnel, yeah, and now Sam Laporta, as you say, into the weak eye, and Sam Laporta in for blocking under pressure. Good play by. Well done, Sam Laporta, for getting on that.
Yeah.
$10 super chat from Mile Marker. And Mile Marker, thank you for the super chat, especially when the Lions are losing, because I know that the money tends to go up when the Lions are winning, so I appreciate you saying pain, but lots of seasons to go. In quotes, hold your head high.
I'm trying.
And that very much is a "you'll never walk alone" quote. I will say that.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely lowering my head down then.
Hold your head up high.
Craig Reynolds is on a fucking mission.
Goff throwing it to Craig Reynolds on a running back screen. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 4. 10-yard gain. 1st down Lions. And that is Joshua Mercer gifting 5 subs in Twitch to Frangwa 1, to Simply Boyard, to Boyard, what a TV show.
Football, yeah.
Bold Kendall 10, Simon Cow 2003, and Jory Hate 84. Appreciate you, Joshua. Thank you very much. They said that was 3rd and 1, and now we've lost something, and it's 4th and 1. What the hell?
I don't get that.
So clearly 1st down. Superman MI said, I didn't expect us to win today, but I did expect a close game, and then says, that's awesome, Joshua Mercer. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate you.
Yeah. I agree, Superman. I was expecting us to at least try and keep it close. The fact that it is what it is why I'm
4th down and short, and there's going to be a timeout by the Ravens.
That was the first. I don't know why they're saying they didn't reach the mark. He literally landed at the line to gain.
Well, I thought his knee landed line to gain, but with the ball about a yard beyond the line to gain. Like, it wasn't close. Mark Brunel, KOD Awosika talking to Jared Goff on the sideline there. Awosika, sorry.
Yeah.
Awosika is much easier to say. Mark, you're getting me trying to sing You'll Never Walk Alone at this point.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Really? 4th and 1. And Goff goes back to throw. Pressure. He goes for it, everything, and nowhere near. It picks off And it was picked off at the half-yard line, and they're calling it a touchback, but I don't really understand.
He went backwards because he went like sort of like that with it. So they're saying it crossed the plane.
Well, I don't really get that though. If you catch it in the field, you shouldn't be able to just take it back for a touchback. Goff getting desperate there. No need at this point.
Let's have a look. I'm watching. I'm trying to watch his feet now. Let's have a look. So he gets it. Yeah. So as he goes down, his foot touches down. It's just inside the end zone. So yeah, it's a touchback.
I don't understand why you progress down the field slowly to then go for everything on 4.5 yards. Just get the first down.
Exactly. And I know it was to JMO, but Jesus, you just QB sneak it for crying out loud.
The offense didn't deserve that, and now Goff has ruined his numbers as well. What's the point? Gus Edwards handoff, gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Oh, rough day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a heck of a division, the AFC North, because I'm not convinced by any of the teams, and they're all 500 or better. The only team that I think is really good is the Ravens. But everyone else is meh. Hand off to Gus Edwards again up the middle, tackled by Hutchinson, maybe a half-yard short for 3rd down and 1.
Only team other than the Ravens that can probably ever convince me now from that division is... Well, actually, no, to be fair. Cleveland's defense, I think, is legit, but their offense, I'm not so happy. I was not so high on. Bengals...
Giving them a first down there. It's rough.
If Burrow can get fully healthy, they might be a force.
Yeah, the only team that can't get there is Pittsburgh because they're just not good on offense.
Exactly, yeah.
1st down and 10, it's been credited as. Lions late out of the huddle. And tackle... Oh, I thought it was going to be for a loss for Anzalone, but it's at the line. 2nd down and 10. Oh, come on, Bijan. Don't get my yards. And Goff, do get my passing yards. Come on.
Bijan, get some yards, so at least I'm not putting a goose egg up on fantasy as well.
He can put up 54. How about that?
I'll take that. How about, 54 yards and then a touchdown.
Deep throw by Lamar. And looking for Odell, but threw it out of bounds. 2nd down and 10. 3rd down and 10. Sivman MI says, yeah, bring the players back down to earth. Joshua Mercer says, glad we lost like this if we were going to lose. Hard look in the mirror for these guys. I mean, it's going to give them a kick up the arse, if nothing else. Dan Campbell reminding the guys on Tuesday and Wednesday, this is what happens when you don't execute.
Yeah. And to quote Brian Kelly, I'm all for execution.
But was he talking about his quarterback? Poor Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. No, this was
3rd down and 10, and they're looking. Oh, it's dropped. It's dropped by Flowers.
It's getting spicy.
It's a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be unnecessary roughness on someone because you can see Kirby's on the floor, so I think someone's gone for him.
No, there's a flag before that.
Can someone at least get flagged for So. Moses. Oh, yeah. Moses and... Moses and...
Morgan Moses landed on Brian Branch.
Yeah.
Pass interference on the offense.
And punt. Finally, we forced a punt.
The first punt of the day for the Ravens.
I totally forgot what I was going to say now.
Josh Rimmer said, this is the game I chose for us to lose to keep us in the 1 seed. Out of the 1 seed, surely. Sivman MI said, 1 seed, we need some other teams to also take some hits. And the Ravens have a punter, question mark. I saw him.
Now Malcolm's injured.
Raymond with the return. Oh, Reynolds looks a bit shaken up on the
Oh, yeah.
play, but he's got up and he's gingerly walking off.
I remember what I was going to say now. So hopefully someone can remember the exact game I was talking about Brian Kelly, but basically after one of Notre Dame lost a game, Brian Kelly was like, "Oh yeah, I'm all for execution. I'm going to, especially if it's executing my players or something like that." Basically, he came up with some like outrageous comments involving executing his players.
Did Brian Kelly say it in his normal voice, or did he say something like, "I'm all for
His normal voice.
execution"? Oh, okay.
It's for his normal voice.
Good,
Unfortunately,
good.
it was back when it was back.
I,
It was
I,
back before he lost twice in a row to FSU.
I do find English people trying to pronounce the name of that university amusing as Goff takes this snap and a quick throw in rhythm to Jahmyr Gibbs and a really nice play for almost 20 yards and a first down Detroit.
It's because of the church.
No, it's not. It's not.
No, as in, the reason we pronounce it like no, we say Notre Dame is because the church.
No. If we said Notre Dame, because that's how even that is not near the French pronunciation.
Yeah.
But we'd say Notre Dame, but and you both say Notre Dame, and it's like it's Notre Dame or Notre Dame, but Notre Dame is like a bastardization of both of them as Gibbs takes a run and he gets 10, and that is 9.5. This referee is fucking shit.
He missed a punch from Morgan Moses as well. Moses should be ejected. He threw a punch after the play. That's what I was saying about the flag, because Riz picked up on it. But yeah, to be fair, it's me. I can't pronounce not English as it is. So,
right, from the 49-yard line of the Ravens, it's 2nd down and 1. Goff in shotgun in 11 personnel takes a snap, 4-man pressure, quick throw out to Gibbs. Manages to make a spin and 2-yard gain and a first down Lions. Has Goff got his passing yard target yet? That's all I care about at this point.
What? How many passing yards do you want from him?
I need him to get 244 or better.
He's at 198 right now.
So I need 46?
Yeah.
Cool. James Cook is there already. I need Josh Jacobs to get another 38. Which looks like it might be a struggle at the moment. Quick throw to Gibbs and a gain of only 2. 2nd down and 8.
Oh, Mack has just got for a touchdown for the Patriots, and now up 22-10 against the Bills. That's fun.
Sivman MI says we say it Notre Dame, which is wrong. It's not wrong. It's just what you say. It's like Birmingham, Alabama. Well, you could say Birmingham, like the English do, but it's Birmingham if you're in fucking Alabama. So, like, it's all good. Who cares? Anyway, Goff at the 45, 2nd and 8, takes a snap, looking deep. He's under pressure. He's going to get sacked. He got stripped and he held on to it. He got stripped and went up in the air and he caught it, but that's a sack to end the 3rd quarter. That's going to be 3rd down and about 20. We'll see what happens. This is getting a little painful because there's no score on the board.
Yeah. This is the bloody it's like the Patriots getting in. And even if it's, I don't see me saying even if it's a field goal, it just sounds wrong. But yeah, we just need to get some points on the board. Just something.
I agree. Oh. Well, we need to convert this 3rd and very long at the moment. I'll bring up the score bug. There we go, 35-0 in this game. Lamar Jackson, 19 of 25 for 343 and 3 touchdowns. That is 18 yards per completion through quick workings in my head. 8 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown as well. Justice Hill, 2 carries for 36 yards, leads the team in rushing. And Zay Flowers, 4 catches for 75 yards. For the offense, for the Lions, 20 of 33 for Goff, 198 and an interception. Gibbs, 7 for 32. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, 7 457. Oh. Oh, wow. Cave and Thibodeau dropped the easiest catch I've ever seen just then, and Baker got sacked 13-10 down against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Here's the rest of the scores for you. Let's review that because it's something we can actually do and not be sad. Browns 30-21 up. Colts with the ball. 8:30 left in the third. Buffalo down 12. 7.5 minutes to go. If the Bills lose, I think they're 500, which is scary.
4-3. 4-3, so nearly.
Washington 14-7 down. 1st and 10 at their own 10. Bears are up 21-6, and they have the ball at the Vegas 42, 1st and 10. Atlanta have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 7, and they lead the Bucks 13-10.
Yeah, this is right. Here we go. We're going out 3rd and 19.
3rd and 19 at the Lions 44. Goff calling for it. 3 wide receivers out there. Goff, there's a clear false start there, not called. Goff throws it before he gets sacked, and Sam Laporta gets some garbage yards there to the 45. There is a flag on the play.
For that false start, probably.
Looking at roughing the passer.
I hope it is. Good news is I finished.
It is roughing the passer. Hand to the face of Goff. 1st down, Lions.
Well, the good news is I finished my protein shake finally, which means I can actually start hitting the Jaeger. Probably about an hour and a half too late, but we moved. Well, 2.5 hours too late, but we moved.
The only thing to do is drink.
Exactly.
Apologies for the scoreboard being up all this time. I missed that it was still on. Sorry. Ados still says, I feel worse that you guys have to do this. I do not have to do this. I could end this right now. But, and I have preached this since day one of doing this podcast, you earn the right to feel happy about your wins by living with the losses. And that's a lovely throw by Goff for a gain of 9 yards to Amon-Ra St. Brown's 2nd down and 1. If you cannot take the losses, do not follow the team. Because losses happen, and it's inevitable. And this is why I get upset sometimes when people get upset about losing or not looking good. It's like,
oh my god, fucking
2nd down and 1. Goff with a toss to Gibbs. Lost the room. Gibbs touchdown and his first in the NFL. What a play!
That is exactly.
What a fucking play!
Toss back to him, Munya.
So the toss to Gibbs was with him already on the run, I think, before. No, the snap has gone, and he just gets so much speed.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Gibbs is fucking fast. Also, Malcolm's got a his questionable ankle injury. But yeah, there we go.
Holy fucking
we're going for
shit.
2! We're going for 2!
We have to go for 2. 4 for 2, and then a field goal ties the game.
I know. I'm just here for any play at this point now. Many offensive plays as we can get.
Goff going for 2. 35-6. 3 wide receivers to the left-hand side. One of them is Gibbs. Goff calls for it, takes it, looks to the right, and that is no good. Great play by Geno Stone. It was caught by Gibbs, but the try is no good, and that leaves it at 35-6. But the Lions have not been shut out in this game. Alert, 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 alert. They have not been shut out of this game like they were against the Patriots last year. The year before.
And Gibbs has got over 100 total scrimmage yards.
That's great, but what about Goff's passing yards?
218 right now.
Josh Jacobs, it looks like the Raiders have totally abandoned the run, which is bad news for me. Shit. Well, I'm going to lose all my money.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Me entering a vintage clothes store.
Me at eBay.
Yes.
Sarah said,
That's it.
"Haven't you had enough?" When I got through the black jersey, and I was like, "I'm just looking for what's next." If I'm honest.
Same. I've got and this is going to be a very deep cut, but a 1994 Aston Villa goalkeeper shirt, bookmarked on eBay.
Yeah, I so for my 30th birthday, the friend I go to Liverpool games with bought me a retro like 1980s Liverpool jersey, which is really cool. Crown Paints.
Does it look good though?
Yeah.
Exactly. The reason I've got this one bookmarked is because you might remember it's the ugly one that looks like, bus seats.
Yep.
It looks like a bus. It looks like the bus seat pattern on a
I love
shirt.
that. Yeah. I'm all about the shit kits. The shit kits are great. Mike the Marine coming in with a gifted sub. The gifted sub goes to J.W. Lagina.
Great name.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you very much. Mile Marcus says, how vivid. And Marcus says, should I start Tyler Higbee or Luke Musgrave? And my default would be Tyler Higbee, definitely.
Yeah, Higbee.
Rams against the Pittsburgh defense, but I feel like they might struggle to cover tight ends a little bit. And you've got Green Bay, who are shit passing the ball, and they are playing Denver, who theoretically, I mean, it's one of the worst defenses in history, but theoretically it's a good defense. I don't know. Love can't throw the ball, and Stafford can. And Stafford likes tight ends, so go Higbee.
I am going to admit right now I've just opened up the US Grand Prix in another tab to check on between plays.
Yeah, I probably could do the same. Oh, you've got Sky Sports now, so
exactly. I could do it. I could instead of I know
we're onside kicking, and it's not going to go the distance, and it's been recovered only 6-7 yards in by someone. Don't even care who you are, mate.
Oh, fuck's sake, Piastri's already crashed out, I've just seen.
Really? Oh, yeah. Man. I really like Piastri as well.
So do I. I'm also saying that because I think I've got him on NFL F1 Fantasy.
Norris and Hamilton up top, though, makes me happy.
Yes.
Right. Baltimore have taken over at the Lions 43. Jackson takes a snap and tries to throw over the middle and does to OBJ, who tries to get some more yards by changing field position, and he does gain a couple more. And OBJ is fired up.
I do believe. Let's have a look.
Would you start TJ Hawkinson against San Francisco or Luke Musgrave against Denver? Hawkinson, don't overthink it. Hawkinson is the best receiving tight end in the NFL this year by receiving yards, I think, or he's very close to it. Luke Musgrave is not. And let's face it, who else is he going to throw to, Kirk Cousins, as a gain of 6 comes in for Baltimore? 2nd down and 4. Yes, KJ Osborne, but Hawkinson's still the best receiver out of those two.
Yeah.
We like to shit on Hawkinson because he's not as good as Sam Laporta, but he's still a damn good player.
100%. It's just he can't get any yards after the catch.
Vince Cinnamon says, next week, guys, let's see you on Monday night. I am going to look forward to watching Sunday without anyone playing, I have to admit. Without us playing, seeing everyone else play. As Lamar's under pressure, tries to escape the pocket and run for it, and he is going to beat some people for a gain of about 10 and a 1st down. Baltimore. I really don't understand why Lamar's still out there. Vince Cinnamon says they better go get Chase Young. I got to tell you right now, Vince, there's no way
No.
Washington are giving up on their season right now. First down and
Also,
10 at the 13.
don't think the pass rush is the problem. We have got pressure on them all game. It's just been able
Hand
to
off
escape
up
it.
the middle. Swallowed up by Isaiah Buggs in the middle. Second down and 7. Today coverage has been the problem, but identifying who is the problem is difficult.
Exactly. I'm going to be honest. I probably will have to rely on you guys telling me that, because to say I won't have time tomorrow to watch the all 22 before.
I mean, I don't watch the all 22 normally. I try and log the plays as
Yeah.
they happen and rely on other people to do that. Second down and 8 from the 11 of Detroit as Lamar takes a snap and pressure, and was it held? Don't know. Is thrown to, and there is a flag. Thrown to OBJ. He's got the first down, but there's a flag, and it should be coming back. Ronnie Stanley getting pinged again. Second down and 18 is coming.
Well, I can guess who the coverage busts are on, because a certain player has been benched for Khalil Dorsey.
Is his name very similar to Hill Warris?
Yes.
Kirby Joseph with the head-to-head there, and that is Odell Beckham causing that.
If he's probably in then. I feel so, like
Kirby coming to the sideline. Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad because obviously, as everyone who watches this podcast knows, Kirby is my favorite player on this team. So I don't like
it's Odell's fault.
It is Odell's fault. I know. I'm not blaming Kirby at all. Fucking thank you, Brian Branch.
Second down and 18. Lamar, fake handoff, thrown to OBJ, and that's a great tackle by Brian Branch. And that's going to be a tackle for a loss, because OBJ, without being contacted, went back by himself. And even though he's going to gain 3 yards, he ends up losing 1. OBJ should get ejected for that.
He really should. Oh, good news for Bills fans. The Kendrick Bourne's just fumbled and been recovered by the Bills, so they've got 4 minutes to score a touchdown to win the game.
Hand off on 3rd and 19, and Justice Hill manages to get himself back 10, 4th down and 9. Out comes Justin Tucker. Joshua Mercer's just said someone better light Beckham up before this game is over, put that man back on IR. He led with his head, and I think that the people on the coverage, and I'm very glad that they were cut off before they said it, I felt like they were going to say that should have been a penalty on Kirby.
If they said that on...
I would have been pretty mad, because the thing is, the offensive player leads with the head. The defensive player is trying to make a defensive play.
Exactly.
The Tucker field goal is good. And it's 38-6. That's a 32-point game, which makes it a 5-possession game. I'm just updating my scores here. Ash, we didn't give up a touchdown on that drive.
I know. Good. Why can't we do that earlier? It's... If we don't laugh about it, we will cry. So the good news is if the Bears can do this to the Raiders, hopefully we can blow the absolute doors off them next week. Aye.
Just updating the scores for us here. Jonathan Taylor, I haven't heard that name for a while.
I love it. There's like all the games going on. There's all but 2 have got are within 1 score. The others are ours and the Bears and Raiders.
Oh, Diggs has scored a great touchdown with 5.5 to go.
Yeah. And then Kendrick fumbles it, as you're about to see.
Chicago up 30-6 against Vegas. Wow.
As Jalen Johnson picked 6.
Sivman says, wow, the new Bears QB is doing great. And I mean, against a defense which is not awful. That's all I can say about the Raiders. They're not good, but they're not awful. Trayvon Merrick and Max Crosby make that team at least passable. Who else are you going to mention?
Tyree Wilson's. He's not exactly Baltimore, but he's a good number 2 edge rusher.
Disagree, humbly. Don't like him.
That's
not
fair.
Like him.
I like him in the kind of commish Pascal role, not being your lead edge rusher, but someone that does that sort of facilitator role. He's good at that. He's not a superstar like people trying to make him out to be during that draft process. That's why I like him as that. Kirby's in the concussion protocol, which
has to be
100% same. Yeah.
Oklahoma, Kansas, and Oregon, Utah has been advertised at the moment for next weekend, and those are 2 pretty cool games.
The Utah one won't be. Cam Rising is being shut down for the season.
Yeah, so Utah are going to run.
Yeah, well, Oregon are just going to win.
Oregon. So Oregon?
Oregon.
What am I about? Oregon? I just said it out loud. I don't know why. That's what I said before. Goff throwing to Gibbs for a gain of 1, passing the ball. Can the Raiders run the ball? I'd love to see them run the ball.
Let me have a look for you.
I don't think I'm going to get there with Josh Jacobs, unfortunately. PAT was blocked, apparently, for the Bears. Goff takes snap, looking, under pressure, throws, and tackled about 3 yards shy, 3rd down and 3 to Gibbs. Gibbs might actually lead the team in receptions after today. Goff, 3rd and 3. They bring 4. Goff with a quick throw. Sam Laporta, 1st down.
Gibbs he's tied right now with Amon-Ra.
I'm just not going to get there with the Raiders unless they decide that they're just going to run the ball because they can't win. Josh Jacobs, 11 of 35 is fucking shit.
Yeah. They've just pulled Brian Hoyer for AOC, so...
Joshua Mercer just said, it's been a rough game for the rest of the day, but it won't matter because of how far out of reach the game is.
Yeah.
Goff with plenty of time for the first time in a while and a nice throw for a gain of 7 to Amon-Ra St. Brown. 2nd down and 3.
I can confirm that Gibbs is now not tying for the lead in the receptions because Amon-Ra obviously just got 1, so he's up to 9 now.
Goff throws to Sam Laporta for a gain of about 8 and a 1st down Lions. Clock continues to run. This will be the first game to finish at this rate, even though the Raiders game has much less. No, actually, New England Buffalo is going to end early. And Buffalo are 1st and goal from the 4 to take the lead. Goff takes a snap, steps up in the pocket, has time, throws short to Sam Laporta, stays up and manages to gain himself 7.5. He's slow to get up, but he seems okay. 2nd down and 3.
Well, AOC's just thrown an interception, so rip your Josh Jacobs.
Indianapolis have scored, and it's 30-28. No, it's 4th down and 3 at the Cleveland 9, even. Sorry, so field goal to take the lead. What a game that's going to be to watch back. Goff.
Yeah.
Throws, 1st down Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. They've gone full prevent, and they're just not stopping anything short, and Goff's taking it.
Same. Because that's a load of fancy points for me, because I think I'm starting either Goff, Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Reynolds, and Laporta in like at least one of my leagues.
Goff under
Hey, Jake
pressure,
Allen as
wheels
well.
out of it, throws it to Gibbs, who makes one miss, makes three miss, and manages to gain 3 yards somehow. Amon St. Brown now 11 of 15 for 91, but Gibbs 9 of 10 for 58 in the pass game, never mind his 8 for 53. Goff from the 31-yard line here. Shotgun snap, looking right, throws to Amon St. Brown for a first down.
Come on, he needs 9 more yards.
Indianapolis's field goal is good, and they lead the Browns by 1, 31-30. Buffalo, a 3rd and goal from the Patriots' 1-yard line, 22-17, behind at the 2-minute warning. And Atlanta looked like they could beat Tampa Bay here. 2nd down and 8 from their own 17, up 3. Goff takes a snap, having to go right, trying to evade the pressure, throws it towards Raymond, gets it away, incomplete. 5:07 to go.
It would be a miracle if the Falcons do it, because they literally Bijan has not touched the ball once for them.
Algier was good enough last year.
Yeah.
Joshua says, I was mad at first about calls, but honestly, the way the Lions have played, it wouldn't have made a difference. They should have kept a close eye on the Ravens holding going forward.
Yeah. Also, I love the quote from the Damned United from Bob Life 29. Do love that film.
Third down and 10 after the Amon St. Brown catch was incomplete. Teppo Quarterline says, we'd like to see him giving JMO more touches, might as well considering we're not winning this one. And Bob Life saying the dossier should have said, stop Jackson. That's from a movie, The Damn United, a great movie anyway, as you have just alluded to. Sorry, I'm reading it and I've not known what you've read. Third down and 10 for the Lions, 38-6, 5:03 left.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That was a really good drawn up play and you just overthrew him a bit.
Goff, 2-step drop. Oh, and gunned it to JMO. Yeah. I mean, he would have been stopped well short there. He was going to get hammered in the backfield if he caught
that. Bills scored.
4th down and 10. There's no need for Goff to stay out here. We can't win this game. But they are staying out there. I mean, I guess we've scored, so there's no point in going, well, a field goal's okay. If we were on 0, I'd be advocating for the field goal right now. 4th down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Goff, we've got to take a timeout here.
Yeah, we take a timeout.
And they do.
Greg Olsen's suit's hurting my eyes. Really didn't it?
I don't hate it.
Like I don't hate it, but at the same time, it's like, there's papers where it has those, and you put a careful like conjunction you look at, it has the black dot in. It's just hurting my eyes to look at in that way.
Cleveland are rolling. 14 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Down a point. Buffalo have a 2-point conversion, which they must have failed on. Goff about to take the snap on 4th down and 10. Looking under pressure, guns it, incomplete towards someone. No idea who it was to. Good defense by number 21. It's that man again. It is Brandon Stevens on the coverage. Turnover on downs. Green.
Oh, that damn right there just sums it all up, doesn't it? Just sums it all up. Oh no, the Buffalo 2-point conversion succeeded. To the 3 points. Don't know who did it because it's not telling me on ESPN, but
Ravens backups are in. Lions should also be substituting now with only 5 minutes to go and 32 points down. 4:54 to go. Tyler Huntley hands it off to Gus Edwards, and it's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Daniel Falele is in.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
One of my favourite names in the league. Goff has 273 passing, but unfortunately, my Ravens leg is going to let me down. I think.
Raiders, I'm having a look now. How many yards did you need from Josh Jacobs?
Quite a lot.
He's on 35 rushing.
Yeah, I need his 70 odd rushing.
Yeah, he's not getting that. They're just when they're throwing the ball to Jesper Horsted instead of it running the ball, you know it's done for.
Yeah, Donta Foreman, 16 carries for 89 yards and 2 tutties. I mean, Chicago have gone for 177 on the ground. That's the difference in the teams.
Yeah. He's also got receiving touchdown as well, 3 for 31 and a touchdown through the air.
Oh my God. The Bears have benched Bagent for Peterman to protect Bagent, and Peterman has already fumbled. He looks like he managed to recover it, but like, fuck me, mate. Huntley throwing left towards Bateman, incomplete, 3rd and 5.
Yes, wasn't it?
Sivman said we need Montgomery and Jacobs back soon. Now we're playing against their practice squad. Montgomery won't be back before the bye, 100%. And Jacobs, obviously, hopefully he'll be back next week. I mean, the fact that he was able to try and go this morning is a good sign for him. That was 4th down and 5, apparently. Caught by Raymond. Room here to go. Beats a few and manages to get all the way out to the 47-yard line of Detroit. 1st and 10.
Oh God.
What?
I feel so sorry for Ant. He's just got back from work. And I'm hoping for his own sanity, he's joking when he's saying on Twitter that he does not know what the outcome of the game is.
He won't know what the outcome of the game is. 100%.
I pray for God, and now Leafs down. Hopefully that's just cramping. I feel so sorry for Ant because he's going to have to go through this. At least me and you had each other in the chat to get through this. He's going to be going through it by himself. And after yesterday. Oh, yeah.
I've always believed in this team, but in the back of my mind, it's been a nagging feeling of we can't have it all our own way all season.
Yeah.
Robert Fournier has #scripted, #entertainment. If it was entertainment, the Lions wouldn't have a winning record. It's been this way for so long. You're not going to do this to us. Freeland says we come back next week and we win to get to the bye at 6 and 2. If we lose to the Raiders, I will legitimately be concerned, especially as given the Bears have fucking ended them.
They have.
It's 30-6 at the 2-minute warning, for fuck's sake.
Bucks at the 2-minute warning as well, right at the 35.
I really want to watch the 2 late games tonight. Chargers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Eagles is legit tonight.
I really want to watch Dolphins, Eagles, but I know, I would not be able to.
I can't function if I watch that game for work.
Same.
I am fortunate that I will be off on Tuesday, week after next, so for the Monday Night Football.
Because I got into, I started work too late in terms of dates. I wasn't able to book it off.
It would just be me.
I'll at least watch the first half. And you remember how we did it for which game was it where I had to go to sleep halfway through because I had work early the next day.
I
Just
remember you
pack them
doing
all.
it, but I don't
Yeah.
remember what. Raymond's going off. He's struggling on that left leg.
Yeah.
Can't bend his knee. Yeah, that doesn't look good. For the Lions, 3:08 to go at their own 42. Goff calls for Amon-Ra to come in
Oh!
field. Goff stepping back, going deep towards JMO, and it just hits him.
Yeah. Surely that he literally slapped. Well, to face his other hand, it hits, but you just see literally slaps his hand away before he gets the ball.
Should be pass interference.
Yeah.
That's pass interference all day. I enjoy the fact that the commentators have been amused by it. 2nd down and 10. Goff going deep again, and this time good throw towards Amon-Ra St. Brown, but the coverage from Rock Ya-Sin, let's say it was tight. I would like to say that it was pass interference, but I will say that it was tight coverage.
Yep. And the Raiders have scored, but failed with their 2-point conversion. And the Patriots have first goal at the Buffalo 1 with 18 seconds left on the clock.
Wow, to win the game. Shit.
Yeah.
2:58 to go in this Lions game. 3rd down and 10. Might as well punt the ball away if you don't get this now. Goff.
And now he's taunted. I revoke what I said earlier. I now do not like Rock Ya-Sin more than I like Stevens.
Surely that's a penalty. I know that, like, the game's done, but come on. Like, that's not even funny.
Exactly.
4th and 5 and they're going for it. Mike the Marine says, I need one more Josh Reynolds catch. I hope they give it to you.
Me too.
4th and 5 from our own 47. This could be the last play of the game as it stands for the Lions on offense. Goff takes it, looks towards Amon-Ra St. Brown, throws. Nice catch by Amon-Ra. 1st down, Lions. And that is the 2-minute warning. Let's have a look and see whether the Patriots can win that game. I hope for my friend Harley Quinn's sake that they do that. I'm going to get up the zone and I'm going to put that game on and have a look.
That's actually a good call. That is a very good call. I'm playing on Red's phone.
If the Patriots beat the Bills, it will be one of the best wins ever for the Pats. Given what their reputation is, given what the Bills' reputation is. Incomplete Mac Jones, 2nd down and goal with 15 seconds to go. And Mac Jones should have scored a touchdown there. Oh, and he had him. He had him. 2nd down and goal, 15 seconds to go. No timeouts available. A sack may end the game here for the Patriots. Empty set. Mac Jones calling for the running back Ramondre Stevenson to come back in. 4 wide otherwise. Bills hanging on for dear life. 2nd down and goal. Takes a snap. Looks right. Throws it. Touchdown Patriots! Bills lose! 12 seconds to go. The Patriots go up by 3 pending the PAT. And the Browns had an interception there as well. There's the touchdown for the Raiders by Jacoby Myers. And the Patriots are going to win. I am happy for my friend. Buffalo fall to 4-3 on the year. We are ahead of Buffalo.
the Bucks have just kicked a field goal, so it looks like Falcons Bucks is going to overtime.
£9 in the evening here in the UK, 4 p.m. Eastern time over there. Guys, give me your thoughts. Give me some love. Want to hear what you're thinking about this. Is this the end of days for the Lions? I don't want to be melodramatic. I don't feel that way at all, but I'm just trying to put my finger on the pulse of the listener. PAT is good for the Patriots. They lead by 4 with 12 seconds to go. Buffalo have one timeout to do something. Here come the Lions out of the 2-minute warning at their own 47. Goff, 4-step drop looking to throw, going deep for the end zone. Looking for... Oh, J-Mo! J-Mo had it in a hands in the end zone, but it was a little short for him. If they're on the same page, this is so easy. Oh, he was a bit late looking to the outside for it, and that's why he missed it. Oh, J-Mo. Oh.
Khalif pulled a hamstring, supposedly. So
it looked like it, frankly. Oh, J-Mo, mate. 2nd down and 10. Goff takes a snap, hands it off to Gibbs. Gibbs with a 6-yard gain. 3rd down and 4.
And Rocky Sin just tried to suplex Amon-Ra, but nothing. No flag. Suck my play balls.
That's surely unnecessary roughness.
Exactly.
Josh Allen has it from the 25-yard line with 12 seconds to go and a timeout. Lions, 3rd down and 4. Goff hands it off to Gibbs and they get the 1st down. Gain of 7.
Do.
12 seconds to go for Buffalo. Josh Allen, 5 wide, changing the play. Allen, 5-step drop. Looks deep, tries to throw for it. Cool! Oh, dropped. Dropped and incomplete by Stephon Diggs. And that would have been caught at the Patriots' 31-yard line. That would have given him one shot to the end zone. Goff hands it off. Gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Time running out. And the Lions, although they're trying to play on offense, are letting the clock run down. And that is the game. Lions are running off the field. That is the end of the game. Lions lose this one 38-6. It's a blowout of epic proportions. Goff has thrown the ball 53 times. That is not a recipe for success. Ash, some closing thoughts from you, sir.
Well, this better be a learning experience because, as I've kept saying throughout the show, I know the schedule from here and out, aside from maybe Dallas and probably playing at Minnesota, looks pretty easy. But when it comes to the tough games in January, we've got to perform a lot better than that. We have to, because those are the games that count, and we can't just capitulate like that. I know circumstances weren't great at the start. A couple of 3 outs, the defense is getting chopped and changed, but we just can't allow that. I know every team has a bad game, and obviously Philly and 49ers had their bad games last week, and they didn't look too good. But the thing is, they've got the reputation to fall back on of being good teams. For us, we're trying to create that reputation, and it unfortunately took a massive hit today, and it's going to take a lot for us to get that goodwill back with the outsiders, because they'll keep pointing to this game and say, are you sure? What about this game? So we've got to be pretty damn perfect from here in out now to make ourselves look like proper contenders again, because otherwise people might see it as a one and done playoff team like the Chargers have been the past couple of years, like the Vikings have been for the past couple of years. And we want to be better than that. And here was a chance today for us to prove that we are better than that. Unfortunately, we've fallen that hurdle, but now we've just got to get up and finish this race, because if we start falling in on ourselves, taking that losing that momentum, it could be a long old season potentially, because the schedule looks good, but the Bears are showing life now. Now they actually have a quarterback who can pass to Darnell Mooney and DJ Moore and that. Minnesota, okay, they're missing Justin Jefferson, but when he comes back, there'll be a competent offense again. If Jordan Love works out how to throw the ball accurately, Green Bay have got pieces on their defense and offense to be good. So it could. I still think we can win the division, but it did become slightly harder today to sort of be up there with the rest of the NFL.
My opinion hasn't changed about the Lions. I'm still as high on them as I have been all the way through this season. There's no reason to think that this Lions team should switch off from where they have been the last 6 weeks. This week has been disappointing. But if you told me that this happened against the Chiefs, no one would have blinked. Week 1, no one would have thought any differently of us. It would have been disappointing and it would have been, oh, but it's the Chiefs. Okay? Alright. It's the Ravens. And you know what? If we come up against them in the playoffs, if this happens to end our season, I'll be pissed. Sure, because it's the end of the season, you put everything on the line. This is not that game. And at the end of the day, this is a 1 in the loss column, and it's nothing more than that. You have a look at the rest of our schedule, and Ash, you're absolutely right. There are teams on the schedule who we should beat, but have pieces that could really hurt us and might cause us to have more losses than we want. If that happens, so be it. If this team is going to be a 14-3 team or a 10-7 team, these are the games which are going to decide that. If we get the division win and we get to the dance, that is what I want. Get to the dance, get to the 7th seed if you have to. Even if it doesn't mean winning the division, get to the dance and see what happens. At 10-7, I expect to win the division because I think the division is absolutely shit. But the NFC is so weak that you can still be the NFC contender. You can still be the winner of the NFC as the 7th seed because no one is that good. But beyond that, you should win the division. Even withstanding this game, this division is open for the taking. And if you get there and you have a home playoff game, you should win that game no matter who it's against. This crowd is legit. The travelling audience is fantastic. And you know what? Goff was good today. It just didn't happen in the first couple of drives, and the momentum really turned against us early. Beyond that, up the last drive of the first half and throughout the rest of it, Goff was fine. Running game didn't get going, and defense just got gashed by a few really good plays by the Ravens. And sometimes the first few drives really do define a game, and that's sad. Like, it shouldn't always happen that way, and it doesn't always happen that way at all. But the Ravens were just incredibly good today. And sometimes it's less about you and it's more about them. And the Ravens absolutely stamped their credentials to the dance. They should be regarded as a very, very good team. But in the preview, we were saying if they can put it all together, this team can beat anyone. Because Lamar has the MVP caliber legs and isn't using them because he has an MVP caliber arm. And proved it because his receivers came to play. OBJ came to play. Bateman came to play. The peripheral receivers that we said we weren't that worried about really gave Lamar the safety valve that he required, because when we tried to take away their most important options, they had backups. And that's what we've been doing to other teams. In fact, the Ravens did it to us better than we've done it to other teams.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the worrying thing, is that when we've been blowing teams away, we've been blown away by beating them by 14. They've beaten us by 32. Maybe that's the worrying thing. But apart from that, we're experiencing what we've done to other good teams. Or other bad teams. Or whatever you want to class them as. At the end of the day, I still believe that the Lions are a legitimate team. This does not change what I think about us.
I think for me, the reason it has in a way is because I was thinking we could be in that stratosphere with Philly and San Francisco. And maybe this is just showing that actually we are in a tier below with Dallas. We're still the 3rd best team in the NFC. It's just that it's a tier difference. Like when we face Dallas, we can be almost equals, but when we face Philly and San Francisco, they are going to be clear favourites, kind of thing.
One, San Francisco in their own tier. Philly, us, Dallas, all in the same tier for me. I do not believe that Philly are in the tier with San Francisco. And if you want to say tier 1, tier 2, and Dallas and us in tier 3, with the top two in their own tier, then I'm kind of with you. But for me, 49ers, when they're healthy, are much better than Philly are. Right now.
Right now, yeah, maybe, yeah. I can back that. I can back that classification. It's just Philly, but obviously 49ers are who they are. Like, they are pretty much the most talented roster in the NFL, top to bottom. Philly have got the credentials. They've been there. They were at the Super Bowl last year, and for the first half, they were winning. And then obviously the Chiefs did Chiefs things and came back. They've got the sort of reputation to fall back on. And they're still pretty damn good. They've got talent everywhere. One of the best wide receiver tandems in the league with AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. Hurts on his day can be really good. And that defense is obviously full of veterans, but can still ball. They're the two teams that still scare me in NFC. It's just because I thought, for me, maybe I was riding too high on the team, and this was like it must be for the team. This was a wake up call for me. But I really thought we were able to compete in that stratosphere. Maybe we're not this season. Maybe we do need a few more healthy pieces. Slightly the secondary. We need someone consistent next to Cam, because as much as I obviously can't hold anything against Jerry Takes, obviously he wasn't there, but maybe it shows the depth that we thought we had in the secondary by getting Mosley and Sutton isn't there. Maybe we need a few more pieces on the back end. Maybe we do need someone opposite Aiden who can be consistently next to him rather than having the rotation in.
I mean, so someone just said Milo and Pup just said we need AG to get a head coaching job. We get 2 comp picks for him since he's a minority coach, and it's like, if you have a look at our defense, we conceded 6 against Tampa Bay, we conceded 6 against Atlanta, we conceded 20 against Green Bay and 24 against Carolina because of shit points late. Like, DC ain't the problem. Sometimes you lay an egg. You just do. Like, I agree maybe depth might be an issue, but I just don't think that this is potentially emblematic of a defensive problem. You have a look at what we did last year, you have a look at what we've done this year. AG is not the problem here.
It's the depth, exactly. Like, look at today. Mosley obviously tore his ACLs out, and we don't have Jerry, so we're down to a person who's supposed to be a cornerback 1, and then a cornerback 4, and a cornerback 5, because obviously we're bench cornerback 4 for cornerback 5, who's on the roster mostly because he's a good kick returner. Just, it's the depth. We're not fully there yet, which obviously I never thought we were there fully top to bottom, loaded with talent, but in the depth. But we've seen the past couple of weeks for depth steps up. I was like, you know what? Maybe Will Harris can come in and have a decent game and we don't have to worry. But we did. We just need a few need a few more pieces in depth. But to be fair, depth across the league isn't that good, especially across the offensive line. Secondary, it's a damn hard position to play. So if you're a good cornerback, you're probably going to be signed somewhere. It's going to be very hard to find a decent corner who can come in and start for you if you need him to, but also is happy to play backup, because those players are very rare. Honestly, and I hate saying this to the guy because obviously didn't play today. If we sign a really good corner in free agency, and Jerry's that player who's the cornerback 3 who is good enough to start, but mostly rides the bench unless it's an injury, I don't think we're going to be able to improve. And if that's the situation that happens, I think that's the only way we're going to really improve our cornerback depth.
Cornerback 1 should be on the docket when we come to the draft next year. In the first round. Should be. Absolutely.
Should be.
At the end of the day, if we can re-sign Jerry on a reasonable contract, re-sign Reynolds so that he is here next year, then you have Reynolds, Jamo, Khalif, Amon-Ra. That's 4 deep wide receiver that you're really comfortable with.
And then
a Green as well. And then running back, you've got Monty and Gibbs. So offense is fine. You've got Sam Laporta on at tight end, so you're fine entirely on offense. So it's like, what do we need? So it's edge 2 or cornerback 1. That's all you need.
Yeah. And then either hit one of them in a set. The only position I think on, unless we get to the draft and somehow something happens and Roma Dunze, Keon's there, then obviously in no situation you run it in because there's such a clear upgrade on what we have. It's worth it. But yeah, for me, it's edge, corner, and in the second or third round, guard maybe. Because obviously right now
low key need. Yeah.
Yes, a low key need. And then maybe a tackle.
Maybe. Anyway, we're going to leave the speculation here, I think, and we're going to leave you to enjoy the rest of the Sunday festivities and the rest of what's going on. Let's pray for a Denver win today to make this not so bad and hand Green Bay another loss. That would be particularly sweet. Anyway, Ash, I know it's been tough tonight, but thank you for sticking with me for the remainder of the stream. To everyone on the chat who's still here, the 15 of you on YouTube, the 8 of you on Twitch, appreciate you sticking this out as well, because you guys are MVPs too. We'll see you for tomorrow's breakdown of today's debacle. Let's call it that. For now, let's go Lions, one pride.
One pride.